some crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pulp mother, it's going out.
Good afternoon or good evening. Good afternoon or good evening. Welcome to a Toy Fair stream. I had such a lovely time at the NEC. I'm so happy you all invited me to go. I had a great time. So welcome to the NEC stream. We've got loads of people on tonight, so hopefully it'll go right. But the host tonight is our Luke, our Conor, and our Side. But I have invited other people as well. So should we get them on?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Here's who got on for the first hour. Anyway,
Stop all that nonsense.
I've sent it to Gubs. Gubs is having a bit of issues. What did you say Gubs should do on his Conor if he's watching?
Sometimes you have to copy the link and then paste it into your browser and and click it and it opens up. Depending on your device, it's just StreamYard is a bit sensitive lately.
It's a bit sensitive, that StreamYard. And Scott Whitehouse as well. I can see he's on the back, but I can't see him yet. So I'll add Scott as soon as I can see him. Only one says, only Keith Guppy asked if I was going to NEC. Did none of you lousy sorts? Did none of you ask how
I think he never goes. He never
goes, does he? He never goes.
Andy Lemire, there you go. NEC stands for Nerds Everywhere Collecting. Nerds Everywhere Collecting.
Nerds Everywhere Collecting, yeah.
Kieran's here, our Keith's here, so hopefully if Keith can get on, that'll be great. Oppie's here, Action Podcast is here. Look at this, everybody's turned up. Pod Racing Palpatine, 50 in the chat already. Hello, Scott. Are you on? Are you on, Scott?
Here he is. Here he is.
Bloody Wi-Fi.
Well, you will live in the Black Hole of Calcutta, Scott, won't you?
So, how many of you haven't been to NEC before? Who was first time? So what did you think, being your first time, Del?
I really loved it. I've been to Sandown. The first time I went to Sandown, and it was similar to Sandown, but just bigger, more spacious, more choice. So, and of course, there was great company as well. I don't mean that.
Silence.
Absolutely brilliant. Hi, Jojo, Universal Toy Collectors here.
Hey,
so come on, let's start. Whoever wants to start, tell me about NEC. What you get up to?
So for me, I was looking forward to going to the NEC. It was Luke at the very beginning. We used to go to Wecco a lot. And Luke said, you know what, do you fancy going to the Toy Fair for a change, just to see what it's about? And I thought, why not? You know, we might as well go. And since that day, he said, we've been every time now, haven't we? We go all the time.
Yeah, well, I can generally get to the April ones. They're a lot better for me. The September ones, by then I'm always already thinking about Christmas, so they're always a little bit.
Yeah.
But the April ones are a really good time for me. So I think I'll hit the April one every year now. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
What is it about you really enjoy? Is it because I saw the pictures and we've got a gallery halfway through this as well of you lot enjoying yourselves without Shabby. Thanks, you bastards. But apart from that, what I'm saying is, what is it about NEC? Is it because it's the centre and everyone can? Because I know you've said a few times, Side, being up north, some of these ones like Sandown and all that, it's hard to get to them. So it's easy for everybody in it to get to the NEC.
It's central because it's beside all the main motorways, the airport. It's really accessible. And I think as well, where we stay, it's effectively an industrial estate that just has this hotel in the middle of it. So you're kind of confined.
I always thought it was in the city centre, me, for some reason. Because
no, it's out on its own. But it means then that you're all kind of stuck in the hotel, so you've no choice but to
got nowhere to run.
You know, mix and hang out together. And I suppose that's a nice element of it that you have that bit of time together before or after the show.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
It was like a Saturday when we all went up. It was like Christmas Eve. We had such a good time on the Saturday, and it was like, oh yeah, we got a toy fair to go to tomorrow.
The toy fair almost came second year, didn't it? I mean, I only picked up one item, and I got home and Rich was like, "What'd you get? What'd you get?" And I went, "I got one thing." And she went, "You went all that bloody way and got one thing? You're saving all your money and blah." I was like, "Yeah, but I got to see the gang." You know, the toy fair kind of comes second. You go and you enjoy it, and if you pick up some nice bits, great. But you go for that Saturday night, or I do. 30, 40 of us all just there, intermingling, chatting away, having something to eat. It was a brilliant night Saturday night. Loved it.
It was.
Do you know what? I think that's how it feels to me, that Luke, that we've been to so many of these now that it feels like I go to meet up with everyone, and then either Echo the Toy Fair is something to do before I go home. That's how it feels. I've been to meet everyone, I'll just go there now before I go home. Yeah, it's really strange now for that.
Yeah.
This looks like a lineup of Last of the Summer Wine does the GP.
Nice.
Thanks, Lobot.
I was like,
Jumpy's here, Rob's here. Wow, there's loads of people.
Rob.
Donuts here, right, Mark? So, he's nice. So, was the people you've met this time that you've not met before? Or does everybody know each other now?
There was a few, obviously, because for the most part, that was obviously the same bunch. But then, obviously, you had Delvian. Obviously, I hadn't met him before. We met Keith Knight, Kat.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's people we haven't met before. Jojo, Nick's friend Jojo. I hadn't met her before.
You've seen the chat?
Met Jojo for the first one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there were people we hadn't met before, but for the most part, it was just the usual.
I think Carla came as well, Nick's missus. She came. So
Carla, Nick's missus, Carla, yeah.
That was great.
Would you say this is the one that the main one now that you're going to go to? Because I know some of you will go to Echo, some of you won't, some of you go to Sandown, but this is the one that this is the main one, is it now?
It certainly is for me.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everyone else, but it serves my collecting better now. Once upon a time, Echo would have been better for me, but now the general toy fair serves my collection better. So
yeah, same here. Yeah,
because it has Star Wars, where Echo is 99.9% Star Wars. Yeah, only BOE managed to find something Star Trek at Echo. But I think you can go to NEC and you can get anything you want, plus the Star Wars on top of it. I think a lot of us might have picked up a little Star Wars thing there as well.
The writing was on the wall for me when I went to my second Echo and came home with a masked vehicle. I was like, maybe we should go to another toy fair.
And also, you've got a good mix as well, haven't you? You got like retro, you've got like older stuff, and you got like some of the new and. It's a bit of everything. Isn't it?
There's not a lot of die-cast there, is there? That's the advantage of that one. I think Sandown's got a lot more dinky cars and stuff, and I think the 90s toys have taken over there because it was like either Star Wars or Mad Balls for some reason there.
Yeah, Mad Balls has got massive
everywhere.
Or whatever the bootleg copy is, but it was just everywhere. And it was a bit like some people are saying, getting a bit fed up with it now. You're seeing it everywhere, the Mad Ball stuff.
It's gone mad over here. They've introduced the new ones as well. So when you go into Walmart, they've got this big display, and it's done like a vending machine. You just pull them out the bottom and they slot down, and they're like $6-7. They're not expensive. But then I saw somebody over there selling them for like 35 quid because they're not sold over there. They're sold over here. They've got hair now. They've made them different.
I'm not sure I can buy that. Yeah.
They come in this little display like a glass. Well, it's not glass. It's plastic tub, and the Mad Balls in it. And they're smaller as well. They're not as big as they used to be, and they've got hair and all that sort of stuff. But it's the same sort of thing. It's made by the same people. But it is funny that you mentioned that about Mad Balls because it has got bigger.
There's a lot of bootlegs and stuff there. A lot of bootleg stuff there. It was great seeing all that. Did everyone see that? Did everyone see that green rip off with the hand and the red eye, the playset? Did everyone see that there? I took a picture of it. The guy was just selling like ninjas and bootleg He-Man, and on the back.
Yeah, I remember the ninjas. I think.
Well,
Jace was looking at them. I think. Yeah,
it's like 300 quid. This playset. It was very rare.
The price of some of the knockoffs is amazing, isn't it? Like they were going for £100 plus. They were the 99p figures you got in local shop.
Yeah. I think I was shocked at some of the G1 Transformers graded ones that they had on that stall in the middle there. Seriously stupid money.
Yeah, they had a lot of. They have a lot of graded stuff. There was a stall in the middle that almost dealt in just graded stuff on it. I know they had Brave Star graded figures. Crazy.
I picked up a boxed, newish boxed Viper. I want to get a Viper Mark 1 from the original 80s Battlestar. Because all the ones you see are from the new series. But this came out. Guy wanted £250 for it, and it was plastic.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what the? And I just put it back like crazy.
Well, that was one of my questions. What are the prices like? Are they getting
stupid?
Oh, right, okay.
Well, I think it depends what you want. I think it depends what you want. Some things you look at and you go, wow, is that really what they're selling for now? And then others you pick up and you think, oh, that's cheaper than I would expect it to be. So I think it's purely dependent on what you're after.
Yeah, I mean they had that G1 Megatron boxed, graded, and I heard someone ask, "Oh, how much do you want for that?" £4,000.
Yeah, I mean for me that's ridiculous. I can't quite justify.
There's no way.
£4,000.
I would never do it.
I didn't know what grade it was either, so I didn't see that.
Regardless, I mean I wouldn't do it because it would be deemed a bit disrespectful. But I'd love to say to that seller, explain to me how you've come to that price.
Yeah,
I don't think they could explain it to you. I really don't.
Because they did have a loose box. They had a boxed one, didn't they? It was just open. That was 550, I think I saw.
Yeah,
Megatron G1. I mean,
but this is it. Then. So I mean, I can see that 400, 450. So then you get it graded, and even if it's a grade, I don't know, 90. How does it 800% times the price?
I was sitting there thinking, I don't know what planet he's on, but it's not the real one.
You know.
Hey, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Crazy price.
I did see someone had a boxed A-wing for about just under £1,000. I mean, who's silly enough to pay that?
Do you see the sealed?
Show us it because you've obviously bought it, mate.
No, I haven't.
No. Connor and I went halves. So
we went halves on it.
Yeah, I took it out of the box. It was just some tatty droids box.
I like the way you all say this, knowing you're not on in the last hour. So when he comes on, you lot will be gone. Scott, what was your experience like, Mr. Whitehouse? Did you have a good time?
I had a fantastic time. Yeah, it was great to meet up with people I'd met before, and there were a few new people I'd not met. I'd not met Nick before. George Aiken I chatted to for a while, and there were quite a few people. It was brilliant. And like I say, I got there quite early, and then Luke turned up, so we just sat having a coffee. And then more people started to arrive as we were all waiting to check in, and that was it was like family arriving on Christmas Eve. It was
great.
That's awesome.
That's great fun.
Cool. Yeah, go on, Scott.
But it was like this great long night with everyone. Go to bed and think, there's this toy fair tomorrow. We're all going to do it all over again. And
so no one got hammered the night before. Then no one got like proper hammered and
well.
Someone's probably not here.
We'd all had a few, I think.
A few sore heads the next morning, weren't there?
Was there? Oh, brilliant. Was this your first time at NEC?
It was. Yeah, it's fantastic. I thought it was brilliant. It was a brilliant night before, and a brilliant show. I thought it was really good. And when you've been to a show like that, you think, well, why am I going to go to a Bath and West show that's got 50 stores, or I'm going to go to Exeter or something like that locally? Yeah, you got it back. Yeah, So I mean, it's brilliant. I'm going to go again. I can't wait.
Oh, you see, and I suppose I've asked Zoe this before, but I suppose it's for your Emma and Carla and all the ladies that go that aren't banging into the Star Wars and like a thing like Toy Fair. They're going to find stuff from their childhood too. So you're going to turn around and say, "Oh, this is." So I think I won't say wives and girlfriends. I want to be correct. People that go with you that aren't really collectors, NEC's a good place because you'll always. Is that right, Zoe? Is that how you? I think you've said it to me before, haven't you?
Yeah, you pretty much bang on the money. I think because there's so many niche.
Well, that's because I'm a professional, Zoe. That's what it is.
What we don't know, but he's professional.
But yeah, I think there's so many niche avenues of people because some people are collectors selling off their collection, or they're just people that are in the circuit. So you will find something that you completely forgotten in your head from a childhood memory. And then obviously, as we all know, it snowballs into collecting everything. But yeah, there's such a wide variety. It's great.
Oh, awesome, man. This is a person that went. Our Dario, he says, my second year meeting up at everyone. Yeah. And it was so much fun hanging out. Can't imagine meeting everyone from April from now. You see, this is, I can only talk for the big convention over here that I do. Yeah. So I think we're all on the same page that you go really, and it's for the people you meet, and because we've got to know each other for all this time, and you're having a good time and all that. Because, like I said, when I saw Keith and Emma there, I was like, wow, I never thought Guppy would go to any. Because I know you're a big Echo fan and your collections, so it's nice that everyone.
Well, Emma said she'd rather go there than she would Echo because Echo's just Star Wars, but she picked up some bits and bobs, you know, some Sylvanian families and bits and pieces, and a Jellycat as well, and she was happy as Larry because there's stuff there that she was interested in, so it was much more interesting for her.
Yeah, Dave Helen's like that. She got really put off the Echo and stuff. She found it a bit because it's just the one basically thing in it, vintage Star Wars. And yet when she goes to the NEC, she fills the boots up, Helen. She loves it, you know. So
I'm just funny, Shabby. You were asking about the difference between Echo and NEC there to start.
Yes,
Echo used to have one or two of the big retailers there with you know, selling modern kind of stuff. There was none there this time, but there was a couple of retailers at the NEC, so it wasn't just vintage. There was plenty of Black Series, Marvel Legends.
Multiverse,
McFarlane. Like, I mean, there were really.
So they cover for every sort of collector, then, Conor.
Yeah.
And they also
Props guy was there when it props and replicas were there, weren't they? They were selling.
Someone said In Demand was there. Now
I didn't see In Demand. I did see that great diorama stall though. Was it Dan of Action? His stall was fantastic.
Yeah. I got some bits from that there. Love his work.
Well, I'm going to ask you all to show your bits, but at the moment, I'm just going to show Mr. Whitehouse sent me some pictures. So this is what Scott picked up. So I love that figure. That's one that came with the handcuffs, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've struggled. I can't get the handcuffs on him, to be honest. But yeah.
Have you tried that?
Right.
And then you see now what the price is like for these then now, Scott.
Well, this was £20. I was really pleased with that because I was looking at one that was twice that on another stall, and there's no weapon with her, but the cape's really good, and everyone was looking at the cape saying there's no splits, there's no cracks or anything in it. So
it was a nice cape. Yeah, it was a nice version. Nice example.
That's a nice look. That I love that.
There's a couple of little scuffs, but yeah, it's good.
I love that drive. So jealous when you got that.
Yeah, he's great. He's come straight off the card, I'm afraid, because he'll go into a diorama of some sort. But yeah,
Beachcomber. You got Beachcomber.
Oh yeah, you're right, chap, for that.
He was my favourite Transformer as a kid.
Yeah.
Somehow I've got most of them, as you know, from when we did Tub Thumpers, but haven't been able to find Beachcomber. So I was really pleased to pick this guy up. So he'll just, I mean, I'm hoping my own will turn up sometime, but he's a cool figure.
Really? How much did you pay for that? Because roughly around $20 around here.
Beachcomber was £10.
Oh, bargain!
His arms are a little bit loose, but apart from that, and there's no sticker, there's no, the rubbing, the sticker.
The thing is about G1 Transformers, though, Scott, it's like it's hard not to find one because they were so play. We transformed them constantly as kids. You know what I mean? So that's probably why it's loose. So there's that opened up, which is awesome. What's this Black Series?
No, this is a gift off Conor.
It's
control panel. Is it from Ian Butler?
Yeah, so at Echo, I was buying some stuff off Ian Butler, and he just had this kind of random piece on the side. But I asked him, how much was it? And he said it was actually just left over from another piece that he'd done, so he brought it down. And because there was 4 panels, I wanted to kind of break them off to use them because it was kind of too bulky. And I had a couple of spares, so I just brought them along because I knew a couple of the guys like to take photographs, and I just thought I'd share them out because I didn't need four of them. So I brought one along for Scott and Andy because I know they're fond of their photos.
Yeah, and I took that photo actually in the hotel room because I happened to have a stormtrooper with me. So what's about 12 o'clock on the Saturday night.
Yeah, I laughed when I seen the photograph.
So what's all this, Mr. Whitehouse?
These are all the various gifts. There was Adam Berry did a fantastic little goodie bag for everybody, and then there was size goodie bag as well, which is fantastic.
See Blackpool Rock there, good lad sign
in there, and the fantastic when in doubt go to the library sticker, which is perfectly really, everyone should have had one of those though. If I do a goodie bag, everyone will get one. So yeah, that's just a kind of a scatting. There's a coaster from Jason. gave a lot of us coasters, so I got a Star Trek one, which is brilliant. There's a Commander Sisko figure from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. That was from Adam Berry as well. He picked that up for me.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's some brilliant stuff.
Yeah. There's that figure there.
There he is. Yeah. I mean, he's from
that's from Adam.
30 years old.
Is he?
So, yeah, it's pretty good condition, really.
Oh, nice. I've got that figure. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And that one I'm leaving carded. I'm leaving it on the card because I've got a few Boba Fett figures carded.
Some of you lads that collect this line, though, did you find that bubble goes yellow really easily on this line?
I've not kept any of them carded before. I've bought a few over the years and just taken them straight off. But thought this one would go really nicely with the other Boba Fett's that I've got. And Stu pointed it out. And it's in really nice condition. The card, there's a couple of little scuffs on it, but apart from that, it looks really nice. It's going into a little case already. And that's just a little snaggletooth I picked up, just with the thinking of it going in the cantina.
Yeah. Why's he got the Philly jacket on?
That's what I was thinking.
that was little Lego mini sticker. That was in Adam's goodie bag. I think everyone got a figure, didn't they? I don't actually know what that is. Spider-Man of some sort, isn't it?
That's the woman that's in the Rebel base in Empire Strikes Back.
That was just a $5 as well. And I'm just thinking with those Snow Troopers coming out, I think we might be getting a few more Hoth figures. So I thought I'd try and build out the collection a bit.
Nice.
And there's the Beachcomber right there. Yeah. Perfect. It's great.
Yeah, really pleased with him. That was my last little walk around. I went for a little walk around with Nick, and I spotted him and said, "Yeah, I'm done. That's it. That's the last thing." And there's a fantastic couple of prints from Sai. Absolutely love those.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So overall, your thing was good then? You had a good time?
Fantastic. Yeah. Can't wait for the next time, really.
Let's have a look. Down to stage. Right, perfect. Sai, let's get you here. And you told me what you got, Sai.
I didn't really pick up much, to be fair. Like Scott, I got a nice goodie bag and I got a nice few things. Did I not send him you?
No.
Let me try and remember them. I got my mind's gone completely blank. I got a goodie bag off Adam Berry. I got a lovely Lego Akira bike off Travels with Jason. That was really nice of him. Yeah. He got me a nice Akira t-shirt. I think he got them from Thailand when he went. At the actual do, I bought again, like what they said, props and replicas were there, and I didn't know until because I buy from props and replicas a lot, so I like to buy different things when I go to these sort of places. When I saw this Batman figure and I bought it, he put it in a props and replicas bag, and I went, "Oh, I was just going to order that when I got in." So, and I like the good thing is I like to buy. Because all these new stuff are out, sometimes I like to go back to my old collection, like of my old Batman figures that these did years back and stuff, and just different ones that I've not seen before. And like what you can get like these poly bags that they're in, and they're like £5 and £3, and you just have a good rummage. And I was trying to find one that I've not had, so I found a Batgirl that I didn't have. But yeah, overall, a nice little haul back, really.
Awesome, pal. Lukey boy, what did you get?
Well, yeah, like Scott was saying, as I was saying, got a few bits off people. So Adam did a little goodie bag for everybody, a few bits and bats in there, trading cards, little Lego figure, etc. It's great that he did that, and a few people won prizes as well, which was really nice. I got a few bits off our Steve Darby though, of course. A few bits off Steve Darby. So Steve brought this guy for me.
So Thundercats.
I didn't recognise that. So that's Safari Joe, but I do need his gun. His gun's crazy money, but I will pick that up at some point. So I got that guy. I only actually picked up one thing for myself at the NEC. Now Gary, he goes by the name Toy Crusader as a seller, which I think people will probably recognise. Now generally, he's my Rambo go-to guy when it comes to Rambo figures. So I did pick up this guy.
Oh, nice.
So I needed him for a while. So Turbo is a fairly standard figure to get, and I realised I didn't have him for some reason. But this is the cool thing. Now let me just see if I can get it. But then if you press this at the back, hang on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, very good.
He's got missiles on it.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold.
So he came on with me, and then of course, like I say, a couple of other bits and bats. Steve brought me. They're too small to get on camera, so I haven't got on. But Steve, I was meant to make a video of this, and I've been in this situation for a while, and I've not done a video on it yet because I can't quite grasp how I'm going to do it. But I've now finished the 96 Star Wars figures, and I'm slowly but surely. Some of them I bought with repro weapons and stuff like that. Shh, keep quiet. And I'm slowly but surely swapping them out. And Steve, bless him, brought me a Bespin blaster for one of my figures. He brought me an Ugnaught apron, which has completed my Ugnaught now. But bless him, he also brought me something for my Master Universe collection. So my Castle Grayskull is 99.9% complete. I was missing that bloody pistol that everyone misses.
That's what I'm missing, yeah.
From the armory, and bless him, he brought me one. So I've completed that now as well. But of course, the most important and the most prestigious item I received at the NEC, which is downstairs, housing my cup of tea most nights, is my Thistle Do coaster. I feel I've made it now. I feel I've made it. When you get one of those,
you
feel you've made it. So
exclusive club, Luke, and you're in.
Yeah, I'm very grateful.
There you are. Scott's got one. Delvian's got one. Oh, look at this. So sat in my armchair.
There we are, exclusive.
Sat in my armchair, put my cup of tea down. I was like,
I'd show mine, but I binned it. So
me, Matt and Tez were talking about it on ZSR, and we said the funniest thing is if we get new people watching, they're all going to be like, "Wow, this will do sounds world famous." You know what I mean? Like we've all built it up. Come on, where is it? Oh, it's always garage.
Sound. We're all going to go big queue.
Saving up, telling your wife. Oh. Universal Collector said I saw a boxed kind of A-wing for $9.95 and a sealed Palaport. Mr. B, unbelievable. You see, you're in trouble. Speaking of spending a fortune on graded figures, hello, Keith Guppy. Let's have a look. Who else can we do? So, we'll do him. I know this bloke here. What'd you get?
Way up. Here he is.
What do you have? What'd you buy?
I've only got two things.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I picked up some more Joy toys. So I picked up another Gladiator.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, nice. I've got a couple now. So this one was cheap because the box was damaged. So and I picked up a Chaos Terminator Warhammer.
Oh wow, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh well, that is cool.
It's got big tusks on him, so skulls on the things. So
I love Joy toys. They're mint, aren't they?
They really are.
I could have bought a load more. I wish I'd bought some more now. Kind of regretted I didn't buy more stuff. I was quite reserved for a toy fair. So that was it.
What were the prices like for them though? Because obviously, you know what I mean. Did you get good prices, or were you? Like,
I got the Gladiator for 25, and I got the bigger one for 35 because the boxes had creases in them, and I don't give a monkeys about the boxes, so I just took them out.
Do you not keep the boxes?
To me, like the more we go, the more we go to these toy fairs and stuff, the less we seem to spend nowadays. Like when I first went, I was like spending. It was like getting. Then all of a sudden, I think for the past 3 or 4, I haven't spent more than £40.
I think if I just find a couple of things, I'm happy. I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of us probably. I mean, I certainly do. I go with them. I try to go with the mindset of not just going to spend for the sake of spending because I'm there. It has to be something that I want, and it still has to be the right price, and it still has to be the right condition. I guess like anything, So I walk around and I think to myself, I'm not trying to not spend, obviously, but I just don't feel I'm going to start chucking it around purely because I'm there.
I think you probably have more money if we didn't have to buy fuel and food and things like that. And
I guess that's the
getting
thing.
In for 20 quid and whatever.
Well, when you think about it, I mean, so I generally go on the train because I prefer to do it on the train rather than. So when you think the hotel room cost me 45 quid, the train fare was 95 quid. So that's 140 quid before I've done anything just to get there. 20 quid to get in, 160 quid before you've even walked in. So you think, it's you've got to really think about it.
It's about 80 quid in fuel to get there and back. So,
yeah. Are you getting to know the vendors at these places because of all the videos and obviously the community's small? So is the vendors
you get to
there
recognise when they're always in the same spots. A lot of them, they always they like to be in the same spot. A lot of the guys, they get funny, they get put somewhere else. I think as well.
Because I'm getting the feeling that they won't just do NEC. When you go to other toy fairs, they'll all do them as well. Is that correct?
No, I think the guys. No, a lot of the people that do the NEC don't just do the NEC. They don't seem to do the Sandown.
That's new.
Some do, but most, yes. So a few guys that do some really good stuff. They just do NEC. So,
The guy with the A-wing does Sandown and the NEC, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's what I said to Stu. If you're that desperate for it, you might get it at Sandown.
I guess and some of the guys that do NEC might do like Bolton. Is it the Bolton one they do? Is it Bolton? I think it's under one they do.
Yeah, Bolton's the
BP. Yeah, so Stafford. So they probably stick to those more. Yeah, Northern. Yeah.
Who's done
I think it is just like going for what you want, because you could go to one of these little you could go to a little church fair and find something that you've been after for a long time, so Sandown, NEC, anything really. I think if it's not there that you don't want, you just look forward to the next one, don't you? It might be in that one.
It's always worth going to something because you just never know.
It's the anticipation of what's what's going to be there, what's not going to be there.
Yeah, the goodie bags. The goodie bags always look. Do you make a point of that? All of you. This is for all. Like I've got to bring something, and because I always think that when I go to Joe Fest, or do I take something, or do I not? Do you know what I mean? But when you get there, people have got stuff when you're like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well, last year, just Adam Berry did it, and he made me feel extremely guilty. So I thought this year,
exactly. So yeah, so next time.
Last year I was like, cheers, Adam, thanks. Now we've got to do all this, have we, every year? So yeah.
Well, I've only got a carry-on bag with me on the plane, so I can't bring much at all. So Sodge it all. I'm bringing clean underwear.
Me too, Conor. I come on the train with that backpack. I can't put a lot on that.
No.
Yeah, that's those prints. That was nice of you all, though. I think it's a lovely thing that you all
the prints are gorgeous.
Prints were amazing.
I think you can buy stuff there, but when someone gives you something, like me and Luke have spoke about this loads, it's always not humbling. It's like, wow, it's a little bit more special in it than you buying something.
Well, it is. It's a lot more. I mean, I've got figures in my collection that. I mean, I'll one that comes to mind straight away is Gary Moore, bless him. He sent me some Star Wars bits a couple of years back now. And he sent me a message saying, I don't know anything about G.I. Joe, Luke, but I know you've just started collecting it. I've chucked a G.I. Joe figure in there. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know if it's complete. I don't know if it's worth anything. You can have it. So I weren't really expecting a lot. And then pulled out a Storm Shadow, complete, but he was starting to yellow. But he's in my collection. He's complete. He's on the shelf. And a couple of people have said to me, well, are you going to upgrade the figure? I'm like, absolutely not. That's my Storm Shadow now, because that's come from Gary Moore. I could get another figure, but a yellow Storm Shadow from Gary is worth far more to me than a white Storm Shadow off eBay, off some hobby nobody that I don't know. So, and I won't touch it. I won't try and treat it. It'll just stay as a yellow Storm, because that's from Gary. And it means far more to me than just upgrading it off someone I don't know. So, and that'll stay. I'm not bothered. Yeah, I think it means a lot more.
I do. It's a little thing about it, isn't it? It's funny because you look around your toy rooms, lads, and and then something always stands out, and something's either been gifted to you. Something you always like. It always gives. Oh man, that's awesome.
That's true. It's true. No matter what that you've got in your collection or how much you accumulate, there'll always be something that you'll remember that somebody got you.
I agree. What did you buy, Keith Guppy?
Well, I want to echo what Scott said. It was for me and Emma. We were a little bit nervous because we hadn't met a few people, Luke, for example, and people like that. So it was a little bit nervous, but it was like walking into a family family get together.
Awesome.
It was amazing, and we felt relaxed pretty quickly, and it was fantastic. And we talk about these gift bags. I was blown away. It's a bit like Cy was last year when Cy got his gift bags out, and then Adam got his gift bags out. Me and Emma were like, "Oh my god, we haven't brought any gift bags. What do we do?" And we were blown away by that. That's what I'm going to say. So it was a great night. What did I get? Well, I got pissed. First of all,
brilliant, good lad.
I blame Nick and a few others for that. But yeah, so what did I get? Well, I got a few gifts. Like everyone got a few gifts. Like you can't see this very well because this is a window transfer, but you can probably make out Luke and Anakin.
Oh yeah.
So this is a shop display transfer that I need to peel off and put somewhere. So that's from Adam. So straight away I was like, wow, Adam. And then Adam gave out this gift bags, and that's why I'm proudly wearing this, because as I think Luke said, that there was 3 of the bags had prizes. So I got a bronze prize, and for that I got an amazing collection of vintage DVDs. So I had Cocktail, great film,
great film.
I had G.I. Joe the movie.
Oh wow!
I had The Running Man, which I haven't seen for ages, so need to catch up on that one.
Classic
DVD.
film.
And then my favourite, because I love this series and I've watched for ages, is a Chrome Book of the Pacific series.
Great, brilliant.
Yeah, really nice set. Really nice. So I was absolutely blown away by that, and shout out to Adam, because Adam was stressing quite a lot about getting people together, explaining the rules, getting everyone together for the photograph. But great job, and credit to him.
Yeah, what did Si call him? The clipboard kid.
He got the staff involved in the end. We all got shouted at by the staff working there to get in the car to get the photo.
Oh,
he was. I mean, I saw him on the Sunday as well, and he was running around like a madman, getting stuff at other people, not himself. So again, credit to him. And then Si blew me away, because the gift bag that Si gave us and the pictures that we have from Si, just absolutely amazing. And that was just me and Emma really sort of touched by that. We hadn't seen anything like that before, so that was amazing. And then Stu upset me a little bit by giving me this in a frame. And as you can see, it's obviously a perfect. So thank you for Stu for that. So that's gonna go up somewhere. I don't know what happened to the pineapple, but anyway, so that was all good. And then Matt Bunce, I finally got R3 Boo 17 from Matt, so I'm he's glad to get rid of that finally.
That's cool. That.
Yeah, really nice pickup. One I haven't got. So that was really cool. The gift bag. The main thing I got though was this little baby. So this is and we said just now about going to the toy fair and not really picking up a lot. Well, when I go to toy fairs, I want to get something that I can handle and see the condition of it, because I'm trying to upgrade on stuff that I've already got, and you can see exactly what it's like. You'd have to write going in a post around the world or around the country. So I got this. I've already got it, but mine's got a few little nicks, but this one was absolutely minty.
Oh, look at that!
Oh yeah,
nice.
I mean, look at the clear plastic on it. It's absolutely, absolutely mint box. Hardly a little, nothing anywhere around it. Really, really nice. And that would get an 85, I expect, if they sent off for grading. So I need to think about that. But so that was a little upgrade. So that was my little treat for the weekend. But I absolutely loved the night. I loved everything about it, and I'll definitely be going. And thanks for everyone for making me and Emma so welcome in our first kind of gathering. So I really appreciate that.
Great to see you.
Great to have met you, Keith. First time you
Sorry, can I just say...
go on.
No, I was just going to say, I was just trying. While Keith was talking there, I just thought, oh Christ, I don't know if I mentioned Si, because obviously Si brought a few bits for everyone as well, and me included. So I got 2 lovely prints of Leonardo was one of them, and Shockwave as well. G1 Shockwave, they were great. So yeah, sorry, I just didn't think I mentioned Si when I was talking.
No, it's all right. You proved to us all you hate sites. I think that's one of the nicest things, though, for people like Keith and Delvian and that have just come into physically meeting us all and so on, is how welcoming our part of this group is. Do you know what I mean? And so for me, it's always nice when I see, the ZSR lads and all the lads that support us all, and you're all together having a pint. I love those pictures. I feel like a proud dad. Do you know what I mean? It's like, they've all grown up, bless them. Do you know what I mean? I absolutely love it to be. But one of my favourite things is when people like Zoe and Emma and Carla and everybody else turns up to Mrs. T. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Kat Knight went as well, didn't she? And I think that's awesome. That everybody's lives are going in. And
you can feel
people there, Echo and the NEC as well. The night.
Well, I love it because before all this, if you would have turned around to your wife and said, "Do you want to come to Inventions?" she'd probably tell you to bugger off. Do you know what I mean? But now we all know each other. Oh yeah, I'll come and talk.
You can sense during the night. You can sense a lot of eye rolling. I'll be honest there. You just know that the women are stood in the corner going, look at them idiots.
Nerds.
Just look at them idiots.
Who's
that idiot? Who's on Nick's back getting a piggyback around the hotel restaurant? Who's that on Nick? Yeah.
I picked up a special edition Shabby version of Stretch Armstrong. It's like a normal version, but his arms are folded and stretched. Nice work, Gupster. Very awesome. Time for tears. BOE. Did BOE not go? I don't think he did he? Did he not go to anything?
Not this one, no. I saw him at Echo.
Met Keith for the first time, gave him a Playmobil sword. He tried to stab me with it.
It might have been late in the night.
Well, he had to see it at work.
You couldn't drag my wife there. Look at that. That's brilliant. Yeah, because MOD went as well. I saw the pictures of MOD there.
Chris came.
Chris was there,
That was Chris's second actually time because Chris came with us in September. So Chris already knew we weren't all mental, so he came back.
Oh, brilliant. Here we go. So he's saying here, I was saying, can you imagine being a regular guest at a hotel, turning up and finding the bar full of beards, beer guts, and toys?
There was toys everywhere in the bar. Yeah,
I think when I turned at the reception, I think the woman said, "Oh, are you with all the toy people over there?" That's what you
with all those losers over there.
You see, now that's what you say. That's when you say to the lady at the restaurant, "Now you know what, love? Tonight you're the loser in this room."
Yeah.
Right, for me, first of all, obviously mentioned, as we say, travel with Jason. He got everyone a coaster. I had to hide this so Des didn't try and steal it, but so he got that. The Star Wars coaster.
That's cool.
And obviously a sticker from Travels with Jason.
Yeah.
The exclusive, as we've already mentioned, This'll Do coaster. Got to have that. And obviously, by a father as well, like Des T, because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Don't show Luke it. Don't show Luke it.
I've not got one of them yet.
But obviously, the weekend was obviously Jace got the most of just about everything, really. I think everyone looked after Jace as well, which he was chuffed to bits with. That was like Christmas for him, bless him. He's took all that to his mum, so he's at his mum's tonight. So I would show you that, but he's took that to show everybody else. But as again, big thanks to everyone who treated him to stuff. He was just made up with all of that. But the only thing I treated myself to was this.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Wow.
The traitor.
So I managed to get that on a pretty good deal. That was at the end. We were just having the last walk around at the end of the show. Then he actually was then packing up, and I just said, "Can you do anything on it?" I think he knocked a tenner off it. So,
well, that's not bad.
So I got that fairly cheap. So I thought, that's worth having because that's like,
lovely figure.
For me, that's the comic book accurate one, rather than the one they actually did release as Jetfire in G1.
Yeah.
So,
but did you have a good time, TJC? Was it a good?
For me, as a lot of people have already said, just getting to see everyone again, just catching up, having a good old laugh and joke and stuff. All Saturday night just was a blur, as in how quick it went. Before you know it, we were at the show and the show was over, and we're thinking, "Oh, everyone's going home."
That's the thing for me. I'm surprised how big this is, and how it's like when you tell me it's only on Sunday? Is it Saturday? Sunday for half
Sunday for the show.
So it's 6 till 3 o'clock, something like that.
Is it 8 till 3? If you get early bird, it's 8 o'clock, isn't it? 8 till 3
early bird, and then 10
8 till 3:30, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's strange that is this the biggest one in England? Is this the biggest toy fair?
The
biggest in the UK, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, God be,
so,
yeah. 580 stalls, I think it is. Yeah.
It baffles me.
It's crazy the size of it. Like the place is like an airplane hangar. Like it's that big. Like it's wall to wall.
And the stalls were nicely in line, not like Echo, where you have to find a way. You know exactly where you've been. And there's a few little sort of landmarks in the building. So, when I had to meet Matt to get my draw, I said, "Are you in that post?" And we knew we were too. And
I was saying to VTR Dave, wouldn't it be a good idea, wouldn't it? They just put numbers on the rows all the way along. And then if you see something you like, you could look at them, just see the number.
That would be perfect.
And you just know where to go because you're going up and down. It takes so long to remember.
Oh, which hour was it on? Which store was it on?
Just number the number. Just even do like a sticker on the floor just for that day, innit? Yeah, it'd be great. Number the rows. Yeah.
The absence of a beer gut is the minority.
Yeah.
No comment.
I've got one of them. Yeah, no long. I've got one of them. Yeah.
When you lot go, are you looking for stuff in your collections, like stuff that you primarily collect, or are you looking for other things? Like, I fancy, because when I go, Joe, I always pick little things that I had as kids. It's like an opportunity for you to get different stuff. Or do you aim specifically for what, like, you know, some of you shown Star Wars? Go on.
Sorry, mate. I was going to say I'm like you. I went into the show not having any specific. I was thinking I probably won't get much Star Wars because I want to get stuff that I remember as a kid and I had, and that's because that sort of show you never know what you might get, and that's a fantastic bit about it.
I'm the same. I go in with an open mind. There's one. I do have kind of a grail item that I just haven't come across again, and if I ever do see it, I would splash the cash, and I always just have that in the back of my mind. But outside that, I just go in with pure open mind and see, you know, get excited about something that, as Keith says, remind you of your childhood, something that you had, something that you remember playing with, and that's your opportunity to grab it then.
Yeah.
For me, it was with Jace. You know, obviously I took Jace because he connects Funko Pops he's into. So obviously he got quite a few of them over the weekend, and I just thought just the experience of him going around, picking out the ones he wanted, that sort of stuff, and even if they were really expensive and he wanted to get them on the first store he saw, you know, the Shabby style. But he, you know, after a little walk around, I said, "We'll have a look round. You might be able to get the same ones cheaper." And he got one half price, the same one he wanted. So I just said, "That's why you have to look round."
I don't. I just pick it up and buy it. And Jeepus is like, "Calm down, Shabs." I'm like, "I'll have that."
Yeah, you got to do a couple of circuits before you buy anything. Yeah,
I always get
It's one of them, though, isn't it? Because if you think, "Well, I'll get it next time around," then it goes, and you don't find another one. I guess it's that fear of missing out, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I bet. How many times do you all do that?
The Funkos are common, aren't they? So, like you say, at the minute, you're not going to have that issue. If that was a retro thing, then that'd be different. You think, "Oh, I might not see another of them," and then you'd have to probably jump on it. But
these are loads of stuff there that you forgot about though as kids. So you'll see. My life, I've not seen all yeah.
I saw a lot of board games this time. What they used to have when we were kids, you know, board games of all the TV shows. You had like the Knight Rider board game and Battlestar Galactica and things like that. They had saw that had quite a few of them. They even had like Charlie's Angels and board games of all the TV shows we used to watch. And you just think, like, remember having them at Christmas and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. It's so packed in the comments. I keep missing everybody even there. Mr. Delvian Seek, what did you get?
Got this. I don't know if you remember from Tub Thumpers. I had some of the Hobbit figures.
You did, yeah.
And I just saw this, and I needed it, and I just thought, I'm getting that. So it's mainly for a custom, I think, but quite enjoyed that. And I got myself a few Star Wars figures. I thought actually I did better for Star Wars figures here than I did at Echo. And yeah, I mean, I got it was only like four quid, and I want it for a custom. This one I got because it comes with a head and a helmet, and I'm too lazy to keep swapping the heads over. So I just thought I'm going to get another figure. But this, I was well shocked about seeing there, and it's the one of the HasLab figures from the Ghost.
Yeah,
so, and this is to open. So that was my treat. That was my treat for myself, and not forgetting, of course, the.
You don't have to tell me the price. You don't have to tell me the price of that. But was it very expensive? That being a HasLab.
No, well, it's more expensive than a figure, but the normal figures, but it's much cheaper than I've seen it online. So probably about a third cheaper.
You have to spend about 80 quid on that probably now on eBay at the moment. Maybe a bit more.
I'm tempted to open it live on air, but I'm not.
Wait to see Keith scream.
You have people crying. Like, come on.
No, don't do that.
You want to do that as your first video.
No.
I'll rename the video "The Night Delvian Pissed Off 1,000 Fans."
Yeah,
Lots of 1,000 tears.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
And that's about it. There was quite a lot, and thank you to Si for sort of like all your lovely prints. They're absolutely stunning. Really, really appreciate them. And thank you to Adam for your goodie bags. I haven't made the Lego figures yet because my eyesight's too crap.
Oh, well.
So G4 says, I agree 100%, Delvian. Buy a second fig, sod that switching heads nonsense. Look at Kieran. No, don't.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. Right, let's get you there. What do you two buy?
I'll let you go first.
Just quickly, I'll pick that up for a good price. One that I've missed. Again, another one that I'd missed, Saga 2, but that'll be opened, so that'll go in there. And then to scratch the vintage itch, I've got.
Oh yeah!
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Iron Cannon. Yeah.
Wow. I think that was 12 quid, so I was happy with that.
That's good. Yeah.
I had it as a kid, but all I've got is a couple of bits. So to get it for that, I was chuffed. But the main sort of purchase from me, which I've been after for a while, was a vintage.
Nice.
So I got that.
Very cool.
I loved that toy. It was
It was a strange noise of that thing. I think the sound of that thing is one of the greatest sounds I've ever heard in my life.
Have you seen the stands for them, Des? I think it's Ian's. Is it Ian's displays something?
Yeah, I've got one.
That might be a huge purchase. Talking of stands, I got that off Scott, so I'm going to try and attempt. It's a figure stand so that you can put the figure flying. I'm going to attempt to see if I can put a vintage Ewok glider on it.
Very good.
Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. We picked up that from my brother-in-law.
That's cool.
That's a nice.
That was from Nima Studios.
Yes, I saw them at Doncaster. They do some great customs.
The Blade Runner ones are awesome.
Yeah. Spaceballs ones are good.
Travels and more with Jason.
Yeah.
And he did tell me, I'm not going to eat these live on tonight. There's some vintage sweets from about 1995, 96 maybe.
Give him a go. Go on, give him a go.
Yeah, go on.
You know you want it. Come on, I ate some 1985 chewing gum out of a wax pack. Yeah.
Des won't be making it to work tomorrow.
Echo what everyone's saying. The goodie bag from Si and Adam was just lovely.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all that. And what I took home from the whole weekend was just memories and just had such a laugh and just such a great time. So thanks everybody.
Yeah. Zoe, what do you think of Dad's room?
I mean, I'm used to it. This has always been here for me, living here as a child. So it's just the norm, I guess. So maybe that's not the answer you're looking for. Never mind.
I like the way you grew up with a collection room, and when you moved out, you went, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to build a bar."
Zoe, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Zoe? Yeah. Have you ever taken a figure out of the room, wrapped it up, and given it to him for Christmas? You got away with it.
So rude.
So wrong.
So speaking of the bar, so I had a bit of a list going to NEC, and I thought I want some like little figurines, almost like trinkety type things to go around the bar that are purple and green, and I managed to pick up 3. So I've got this Joker henchman, I think.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Wow.
So that could be like my little security by the door. I picked up a little green goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, that is class. That is good.
And then I saw this. I think this was only 50p, and I think it's something from my childhood. I think it's from the Fimbles. It was like a CBBC type thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that looks quite cool. And then I kind of just went full force with anything Simpsons related. So I've got quite a few minifigures from their sort of mystery bags. So I've got Lisa. I've got a Bart that comes with a skateboard. I've got one of the teachers.
Awesome.
Mrs. Krabappel, is it?
That's it.
Yeah.
I've got
Tobacco.
Smithers with a Malibu Stacy box.
I want it.
It's got a hat.
Smithers.
I think I've got Millhouse without his accessory, so I'll have to try and find that. And then a Martin that comes with a book as well.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the only other thing I've got is, and I have to be careful in case everything falls down.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's a Simpsons house.
I
No
will
way.
very carefully turn it around.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
Very
Oh,
nice.
oh.
yeah, that's good.
So I've now obviously got a list of all the other figures that go with this set, and there's also a Krusty Burger set as well. So it's snowballed.
Well, you had a good,
That's
you had a
right.
good do then, Zoe. You had a really
Yeah.
good time there.
Yeah.
What about your mum? Does your mum ever find anything there? Does she ever get tempted? Like, I'll have that.
No, we did. I did spot a. It was a 6-inch Playmobil Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. And like we were saying earlier, do you buy it there and then? And we'll maybe pop back later. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it because it had gone. So I
Yeah,
think
because that's what Matt said before about going around the circuit. But that's happened to me a few times where I've gone round and it's gone, and I'm like, oh man, you know. So.
yeah.
Was there anything there, any of you that you saw that you wish you'd picked up but you didn't just before you go?
Yeah, I do. I saw 2 vintage Lego castles boxed
Oh,
right at
yeah.
the start. One the Lion King castle and the First Knight's castle.
Yeah.
And they're a really good price. One of the first stores I saw. And I said, I'll come back to you. And we were almost hitting Bristol. And I said, shit, I forgot the
Yeah, I saw the
there's always
castle.
next time, kid.
Yeah.
There's always next time.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Right,
That's
so
what happened
if-
to me at the castle. Yeah.
Jay saw the Sandcrawler Lego set and like that, and I just when I saw the price, I said, "You can like it or you like you ain't having that."
Is there things like that, Scott? Did you have to do it? Did you have to stop yourself
Yeah,
from
I-
buying? Like,
Well, I missed the vintage Rancor. I missed the chance for that. I'd spotted it, and it was a really good price.
yeah.
And I went back to the tables, and I was chatting with Luke, and Luke thought it was a pretty good price. But you went up to have a look, didn't you? And it got
Yeah. I was on my way back when you'd already been. Yeah,
I reckon Luke bought it. I reckon Luke got it.
We did it on purpose.
As
What's
for me,
that, you
Mark,
bag,
there was-
Luke? Nothing. You know what I mean?
As for me, there was a $4 Megatron there. I wish I'd have gone back.
I know. Do you know what? I tell you what, Si, are you serious? Because I know there's a guy called Alan North, and he lives about 5 miles up the road from me, and he's always got a store at Sandown or at obviously NEC, and he's got some real high end stuff. And I said, I love your Transformers. And he handed me, and he had a Megatron there, and he had an Optimus Prime. And he handed me the Optimus Prime it was in a case, it wasn't graded. And he said, there you go. And I held it, and I said, it was absolutely mint. And I was looking at it, and I said, how much? He went 4. And I'm a bit naive. I went 400. He went, no, $4,000.
Yeah.
To be honest, Keith, I'd have thought 400 when you said it. I'd have gone for 400.
Yeah.
It shows
I mean,
I was after a Megatron that was at the toy fair, and it was a graded one in a box, and that was 900, and I really had my eye on that. So to know that they've gone from like 900 to $4,000, I think I'll pass. I'll stick with the one
Did you
I've
say
got.
that weren't even graded? That was just an acrylic case, but not graded.
Yeah. No, I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, it was a G1. It was a first issue, but I don't know what was special. But he $4,000 he won, and so I don't know.
Right. Well, what we're going to have to do is I'm going to just go through because we're up to the hour now. So I'm just going to give everyone the final thoughts before they go. So TJC, what's your final thoughts, pal?
Can't wait for the next one. Happy to see everyone, and that was just the greatest laugh. Glad we went.
You had a good.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's awesome, man. All right. Well, thanks, TJC. We'll see you soon.
See you later, Tez.
Terry. Take care, mate.
All right. Delvian, your final thoughts, pal.
Had a great time. It's such a nice bunch of people. There's people in the chat that just comment and just a little bit nervous about sort of like just taking a step and just sort of go, just do it. I wouldn't have imagined me going into these things sort of like a few years ago. Now I can't imagine not doing it.
Oh,
Here.
That's
That's
awesome.
it.
See, that's great news. That's exactly right. Well,
Yeah,
cheers,
brilliant.
Delvian. Thanks for coming on, pal. We'll see you soon.
Great to meet you, Andy.
See you,
See you
Andy.
there, mate.
What about you?
What about you? Whatever.
Did you have a good time or what?
Missed all the fun, didn't I? I didn't get any freebies, and I wasn't there.
Why did you not go the night before, Matthew?
Because I got no car, have I?
But when you got there on the day, man, you know you've got a phone, right? And you can message any one of us and go, "Where are you?" You'd rather just wander around and hope you meet us.
Yeah, but actually, saying that, I haven't got anyone's phone number, have we? Because we all talk by messenger.
You're
and
not on
stuff,
social media though, messenger and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
But did you have a good time, son? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time. Saw everyone. I tried to see everyone. I missed Conor. Very sorry, and I missed a few others. I missed Helen and DTM.
It's all right, Matt. I'm going to hold it against you for a very long time.
That's all right. That's all right. It's a big place, isn't it? You know. So I just was spread very spread. That was it. For a change, my Jules wanted to go early and not me. So there was like
somebody wants, doesn't see anybody. He's like, oh, it's all right.
I could swear, honestly, Shabby, I could swear when he bumped into me, I just heard him go, oh, fuck's sake.
And I saw Dario as well. Just after I saw Luke, I went, oh, great. That's it. Another one kicked off. So
that's the problem if you do early board, Matt, because it's 8 o'clock. When it gets to 10 o'clock, you're like, right, that's it, done now, right? That's the end of it. Let's go.
I think, I just want to. I had a lovely chat with VTR Dave with his wife. We had a nice long chat. It's the first time I've actually spoken to her properly, because I think that was about 10 o'clock. I think it was 9:30, 10. Stu was there, and it was me and her, and we was having a nice chat. It was lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. All right then, mate. Well, I'll see you on Friday, pal. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, might as well. See you later, everyone.
See you, pal. Oh, legend. Brilliant. Scott. He always makes me laugh. He always makes me. He's brilliant. Right, go on, Scott.
I just had a brilliant time. It was just great meeting up with everyone. Pleased with that I picked up, but really, it's all about the time with people. It's just fantastic. Like Delvian said, I was very nervous to get to come online and then to meet people in person. But yeah, if you're out there, definitely go for it. It's worth it. They're lovely people.
Oh, awesome, mate. Well, thanks for coming on, pal.
Down with you, Scott.
No worries.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Scott.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gops, what's your final thoughts?
Well, as I said, on being a newbie and bringing Emma as well, we were pretty nervous, but it was fantastic. It's a great, warm group of people, and for me, I'd go for a gathering if there wasn't a toy fair now. I don't care.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I loved it, Mark, and everyone was fab. So thanks for making us welcome.
Oh, I love that sort of stuff, though. When you think you're gonna, there's lads in our community that stick with a specific thing and they go to somewhere else. It just goes to show how warming everybody is, isn't it? And how come along, we'll all have a good time.
We're not on me and Emma. We're not mad on social media. We're not on Facebook. We're not on Instagram. We're not anything. So this for us, we were quite nervous, but it was great, and fab.
Awesome. Well, cheers, mate. Thanks. You say hello to your Emma for us all, and thanks for
coming
coming on.
Great to meet you both, Keith. Yeah, it's
lovely.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Can't wait
buddy.
for the next time. See you later, mate.
Okay, your final thoughts, our Des and Zoe.
It's like Jerry Springer, guys, isn't it?
I've got to show just quickly that we've got off Dario. Where are we?
No, this way.
And that off Terry.
Nice.
So yeah, just an absolute blast. Going to work Monday, felt a bit down in the dumps because it's Monday, whatever. And then you just sort of remember, I remember this or remember that, and just a big smile on my face.
Yeah.
So just had an absolute blast.
Second, that was a great
one. To the next one.
Yeah.
What about you, Zoe?
I think it was the point that we were like, oh yeah, we've got the Toy Fair tomorrow, because it was almost like that. The whole point was to see everybody. And obviously, everyone's welcome to the Thistle Do.
Nice, so nice.
And yeah,
getting sold, Zoe, getting sold.
And like Dad said, when we were kind of going home, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be ages till the next one, and then you're like, oh, you're going to see everyone's like videos or posts about what they've collected, so it's still that little bit of, oh, I've still got the things to sort of look forward to. So yeah, very nice.
Brilliant. And does your mum enjoi it though? Does she like going? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Not
That's
well.
the photographer.
I think so.
Oh, absolutely.
Shabby side, everybody. Just really appreciate what you're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Just getting everybody together.
It's like I say, you lot make me go when you include me, because I do get a bit jealous. Do you know what I mean? The majority of the people, that knowing the challenge would be written. So when you lot go to stuff like this, I'm at home going, oh man, I'd love a pint with you lot. Do you know what I mean? And all that sort of stuff. But you make me feel like I'm there. So that's why I love doing these sort of streams. So, it feels like I'm there basically. But anyway, I'm going to let you go so we'll get more people on. All right. Cheers, so. Cheers, our days.
Good to see you both.
Right, so we'll get rid of them. So good old Zoe and things gone. Right, should we add some more people on?
Why not?
Yeah. Well, we might as well do this then.
Oh, crikey. Oh, yeah, we're finished.
Oh.
DTM's on. We're finished. Yeah, good.
He only dances to hip hop from the late 90s gangster rap. He only dances to that.
Well, we've got our resident DJ on now in VTR, so come on.
That's it.
Oh, hang on a minute. What did you say? Resident DJ?
You know how we do it. West side. Coming from the west side. But the west side.
Ever since Side came out with the Hood of Reading, I'll never forget it.
Mean Street, urban streets of Reading.
Oh, they are Mean Street.
Oh, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the second part of the show. Now, before I get into what you've bought and what you think, I made a bit of a gallery of you all. So here's a gallery of you all at NEC.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. I'm having a good time, I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, there's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Supersonic man out of you. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time.
very jealous.
That was brilliant. That was awesome.
Very jealous. That pisses me off, to be honest.
Well, look, you were really missed there, and along with all our, brethren that couldn't be there, like G-Force, Andy, Rob, all the American guys, Scuba. Everyone was missed, and everyone was talked about fondly that wasn't there. So.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I do like it when you're all together and I see all the pictures and so forth. It's awesome. Stu, what is it about this A-wing that Des is talking about? What's going on with this A-wing?
Oh, God, well, why don't you bring that up? So it is a grail piece of mine, the vintage Kenner A-wing, and we've seen it before. We saw it at Echo, and it was in an acrylic case, and it was $3,000. I was like, oh, blimey! And so I was walking around, and I found it, and I just asked the guy, because I've seen him before down at Sandown, and I've seen him up there quite a few times. And I asked him what the price was, and he said $995. And I thought, ooh, tasty. I said, I'm not going to make any commitments. I said, I'd speak to the wife, obviously. And it just wasn't the right time. You know what I mean? It wasn't the right time to part with that money. I reckon if I'd have given George another half hour, I reckon I would have won him over. But,
no chance, mate.
No
chance.
It wasn't happening.
No,
you got your behind spanked. Even mentioning it.
No. Oh dear. But yeah, it was just one of those things, isn't it? So never mind. There you go.
I'm just gonna go through. Keith Guppy's just sent me something, so let's have a look what he's sent.
So this is gonna be.
No, it's not just you. Stu. Let's have a look. Let's see what else I've got here. Here we go. So, Nick, can you tell me what this is about, mate?
Oh dear. Well,
it's like a horror
Keith,
film.
Keith is a very sensual being, and and when you're in his presence, you just melt to him. So I have nothing more to say. We were absolutely pie-eyed, to be honest.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh,
but I do believe there was a piggyback ram the hotel restaurant with Mr. Reynolds. Did that happen? No,
No,
no.
Don't know about that one.
No,
We were also shocked there's no photographic evidence.
If there's no photograph, it didn't happen.
Talking about photographic evidence, I've got pictures that Conor got here. So let me just make these big, and we'll see what Conor got. I was going to say Joe Fest at NEC. Here we go. So Conor, this is what you picked up.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think me and Si walked in with Dave and Helen, and Dave and Helen went left, me and Si went right, and I think I hadn't even made it halfway down the aisle, and I came across a guy, and I overspent within 5 minutes of being there. So I was looking for a dusty bipod, and then I was looking for the waist piece. That's always broken, and your man had a complete one, so I just grabbed it when I saw it. So
now, is that Joe or is that Action Force?
No, it was Action Force. When I had it, it was G.I. Joe as well. So
right, okay.
So yeah,
I've just got a complete one of them too.
Yes, it was the gun I was after for him because I lost it. So
is that the one you lost at the NEC or something? Yeah, there was another one you went to, wasn't there?
Yeah, so I was trying to pack my bag coming home from Echo, and like I said earlier, I've only got a carry-on bag to the plane, so I was repacking everything. And when I got home, that weapon was missing, and I have no idea where it was. I was being careful. I thought I was being careful, but it was gone. So had to go and buy another one just to get the weapon to go with him. Same fella was selling a complete torpedo. Wasn't looking for one, but I just didn't want to pass up the opportunity of grabbing it as well. So overspent within the first 5 minutes. Literally, I was tapped out. I was ready to go home after half an hour. So this was picked up. So no one might remember because no one watched the video, but last year I took part in a group of YouTubers were doing this thing called for May the 4th Star Wars, May the Power of the Force, where everyone reviewed the Power of the Force figure, like 30 different YouTube videos, and they decided they're going to do it again this year with a prequel. So I said, I'm going to a toy fair. If I pick something up, I'll do it. So I saw Qui-Gon and I said, yeah, I love the character. This would be a good one to do. So I grabbed this one on card. £8 for like is that film 30 years old now or 25 years old?
Oh, yeah, 35 now, isn't it? 99. So yeah.
Like,
What's that?
Right. So everyone was talking. I'm a big fanboy of. So last year when I was there, I picked up this dumpster. So you remember it was the end of the show, and
yeah, beautiful.
This guy, I hadn't seen a stall, and I was nearly out of cash. I was like, all right, I'm not going to get it, and I walked off, and I literally turned around and came back and said, oh, get it. So this guy, Dan of Action, they were talking about him earlier in the chat. He does his own 3D prints of just bits and bobs, just for if you're in like want to make a diorama or take a photograph. So I knew he was going to be there, so I picked out a couple of pieces from his Etsy that I wanted to pick up, and I set money aside for that, and so literally bought the couple of Action Force figures when I got in there, went around to Dan's stall, got the pieces that I want. I could have easily have bought more. I was just, like I said, I'm an absolute fanboy of this guy's work, and picked up the few bits that I wanted off him. So, and while I was there as well, you can see that. So Dan was actually selling a set of space walls, so you can see them behind in the picture there. So that I always wanted these, but they were so expensive when the company were making them, and they'd ship from the US. But they went bust about 6 years ago, so my chance was kind of gone, and I knew I was never going to get them. So even before I got to the NEC, I had said to Dan, this guy, I said, I'll take those off you. So I paid him the money. So I'd overspent before I even put foot down in the United Kingdom last weekend. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, he 3D prints these. He prints out his own decals. He paints them up himself. And just if you're into sort of a diorama on your shelf or taking photographs, I just think they're little works of art. They just sit so well with your figures or your toys. So yeah, like I said, beeline for him. Had already picked out a few pieces. This was another one I grabbed. He's only missing the hose, so I'll have to hunt that down. But again, a Televiper was kind of a standard as a kid, and I think that was my last purchase. And a guy, I got Zorana last year, so I just when I saw her brother Xandar, I just thought it was apt that
they're in good condition. These as well, aren't they? They're clean. They're nice.
Yeah, they're in good nick. And like I said,
yeah,
and you know the difference, I suppose, when you're at the toy fair, a lot of the dealers have them complete, and you can take your time. You know, if you're buying something off eBay or a Facebook group, you can take your time and look over it and dig into the figure. So I was, like I said, I'd got Zorana last year, so it just felt apt and right to pick up a Xandar this year. So I grabbed him.
That's 3D printed.
Yeah, so this is a set of tires that, like that, he had them last year, but I just came across his stall at the very end, and then I went, of course, for the big ticket item, which was the dumpster. So, like literally since September, I've been just wishing I'd picked up these bits and pieces. And but he does have an Etsy. I shared the link there in the chat, so he does have an Etsy. So the link is on his profile. Like if anyone's buying the NECA Jaws stuff, he's doing the barrels, the yellow barrels from Jaws for the NECA scale and things like that. And he's done this wonderful sewer that if you're into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you just want this backdrop, like his stuff is just phenomenal. So this one I'm a bit confused about it. So it was a complete stalker. I don't remember him with a backpack. I thought that was Roadblock's backpack. So I always remember just having Stalker and the gun, so I grabbed that as well while I saw it.
Yeah, Stalker doesn't have a backpack.
So
yeah,
that's just obviously an extra.
Yeah, it must have just been thrown in. This actually, I didn't get at the NEC. This was from Echo. So the reason I threw this in was we were going around Echo, and I didn't buy an awful lot on the day. So I noticed this and grabbed it for me because it was Action Force. And I was baffled because I don't remember this figure at all from being a kid. I think it was Delvian that actually dug up the name of the figure, and I was just, again, it's a beautiful 40-year-old figure. It's complete. What drew me attention straight away was the red print on his chest. I have no recollection of this toy. I didn't have it, and the way when you're kids, if you didn't have it, one of your pals might have had it or someone in your class. But it was just. Yeah, so Sai grabbed that for me. So thank you, Sai. And I just wanted to share that. I was really chuffed with that. I think it's just a beautiful figure.
Yeah, you had a great women NEC. Fantastic stuff. Do you know about that figure, David? Do you know what it is?
I can't remember the name. It's one of the Series 1, I believe, Action Force. I can't remember the name of it now. Night Force or something? I can't remember what it's called.
No,
I can't. I remember Delvian actually found it on his phone. I just don't remember that figure as a kid. I had no recollection of it.
Wow. So the lads have just come on. What was your best thing about NEC? What did you enjoy the most?
The people.
The Guinness.
The people. Carla coming along. Was
Did
brilliant.
you enjoy it, Nick? Did you enjoy it?
She absolutely loved it. Of course, my friend Jojo came along and my friend MSC came along as well. So I'm an instant idiot just at adult pop. So at no point was Carla sort of left alone. But it was great to see them have fun. It's crazy that I go to a toy show, I come back with nothing, but my wife comes back with a massive haul of Doctor Who's stuff and Legos. So. But it was great seeing everyone. The Saturday night is the big event. I've said that I've never made any bones of this. I enjoy the NEC show, but I'm not looking to get anything at the moment. So whatever, if I get something great, if I don't, it doesn't matter. But the event is that Saturday night, and just me and Carla, we got there. Scott and Luke were in the hotel already. We walked around the corner, and then it's just everyone arriving, and it is so much fun. Do you know what I mean? Just seeing.
Yeah, I saw your friend Emma there.
people.
So DCB was there. It was awesome. That's what I said in the previous hour. It's awesome that everybody else comes along and has a good time. That's fantastic. I need to know about this. I saw the piggyback ride. It happened. What's the piggyback ride?
I mean, Luke's going to deny it, but I don't know how it came about. But somehow he ended up on my back and then riding me like a horse round the restaurant. I have no idea how that came about, but it happened.
Well, was he your My Little Pony? Is that what it was?
I was the pony. Luke was the jockey, very much so.
Yeah,
Nick, do you think your missus will come back?
Oh, she's already well up for it. I mean, she's interested in potentially doing the trip to Ireland for the Comic-Con. So
that's because she really did enjoy herself. That's like someone that's not into it coming along and having good crack like that is great to hear.
I think for Carla, for the longest time, she's always been very much, this is your hobby. And I've always said, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. But she's always been like, it's your thing, I don't want to interfere. And you're like, you're not interfering, you're more than welcome. And then I talked her into coming, and I was like, well, MSC's coming along as well, because she only lives about 30, 40 minutes from there. And then Jojo's always in the comments of I know Jojo, and she's always in the comments of my videos and my streams. And I was just like, come on, Joe, come along. And she agreed to come. And so that's the thing, isn't it? And
yeah,
but
brilliant.
It's just great to see. I don't know that for me many times. See, I remember Jason joking, going before we went, like, "Oh, your poor missus." I was like, she's absolutely not gonna have any issues with me. So I saw the girls. They went and sat down. They sat down for dinner, and I went up to them and I was like, I'm not hungry yet, girls. And my missus turned around, and she's the loveliest thing. You've all met her, and she goes, well, F off then, get some later with those lot. So it's like
problem solved.
Yeah.
Georgie sent me these pictures. So that's Dan's work. So this is the guy, is it, Connor, that makes all that stuff?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just a massive fanboy of this guy, what he does, because look, we all collect differently. I just like to get out and play with my figures and mess around with them, take pictures, and I'm just having those little props around the background or the foreground when you're playing on the bedroom floor when your wife is downstairs watching reality TV. It's just they just add so much, and I think we through Soy, I suppose we've all come to really appreciate art and artistry, and like I said, what the way this guy just paints them up, to me, is just little works of art.
Awesome.
Yeah, it just works amazing, isn't it? Amazing.
DTM. Hello, DTM.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's freezing a bit. We're having a bit of a gale over here.
No problem, pal. What did you buy, DTM? What did you buy? Anything nice?
Well, I'll show you now if you like.
Yeah.
But Ghostbuster dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
It works to a degree, but it's got a little head function.
Yeah, so yeah.
That is cool. I've never seen that one.
This ghost. So yeah, got that. Jason gifted me a Cyberman bust and a Star Wars mat. So I love a good bust. Scott Whitehouse, he gave me a load of Doctor Who figures that he found lying around in his library. They've all got names, but I don't know what they all are.
Vastan and Arada's there, and there's the scarecrow from they're wicked.
They just kept coming out of this bag. They were just going on and on. Like Mary Poppins, he pulled out an hat stand.
Look at that little green dude is cool.
Yeah, I like him. He's probably my favourite, yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I'll call him Conor. Yeah.
Good name. Good, strong name.
Davros. Yeah.
Yeah. Scary.
One of the things I went for, I actually got, it was a bumblebee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
and
awesome. Yeah, it is.
But everything works. It all transformed nicely. Yeah. Did anyone pick out of George Aiken's big sack?
Yeah, I got some nice Lego off him.
Yeah, well he was adamant I took this.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Action force vehicle, I think he said it was. So it
Panther.
needs fixing up. It needs loaded parts. It's something to do, isn't it? When on a rainy day.
Project.
And then I got this.
What's that?
That is wicked.
I don't know if you're familiar with Q bricks. Tiny little figures made from Medicom. And I've been after this set for a while.
With a loader and everything. That's really cool. Yeah.
I've seen it. I've been after it for a while. I've been following it on eBay for years. And I saw it at a good price. So I thought, if it's there when I go back, I'll grab it. So I did. Helen bought a couple of bits. She's interested in little grey teddy bears.
Oh, like Serenian
family. Families. Some Muppets.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool set.
And she's quite proud of this. She didn't know until she got home, but she bought an accidental knockoff dinosaurs figure. Yeah, she researched it and she realised it was a Mexican knockoff or something like that. So she was quite interested in that. So yeah, that was me. Apart from the gift bags from Cy and Adam, that's my little swag.
How busy was it? Was it really? Does it get extremely busy, or can you move around?
It's all right if you go early bird. I think after it can get a bit too busy for my liking, but it depends on what you're used to. But I like to be shopping in peace.
How many of you do the early bird? How many of you actually do it?
I think quite most of us do, don't we?
Yeah.
No chance. No chance.
We did it this time round, me and Georgie, and that was only because Dave World Toys managed to get us in. So I do appreciate that, Dave. Thank you very much, mate.
I personally wouldn't, and I know it's different, but I couldn't go. My FOMO would go through the roof. I couldn't go if I couldn't go early. Like, I just wouldn't bother going. Like, I would be too worried about what I might miss out on because, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just for me. And I like the whole kind of, I love walking around while they're setting up and stuff like that and being that annoying person while they're setting up, kind of hovering over and going, what are you getting now? Like, and all this kind of-
So you go in with a specific thing to buy then, or it's just what catches your eye?
Just what catches my eye. I'm definitely finding, like, I hardly got anything, and that was on purpose because I'm definitely finding the stuff I want now is becoming harder and harder. I'm so jealous of Conor, of them G.I. Joes, but I've got all them, and to get the ones I want now, they very rarely come up, or they're broken, or they're not complete, or I have to go to America. Like, you know, a lot of them are in America, the ones I want now. You just don't see them over here, and I've got friends who are G.I. Joe dealers, and I'm always messaging them, and they're just like, yeah, no, I haven't got none. And I'm just like, for God's sakes. So it's quite annoying like that.
It's funny they do it the other way around here because I've said this before. There was an English guy who goes to all your conventions over there that came over to Joe Fest and had a stall just full of Action Force.
Stephen Brown.
He made a killing. He did really well because obviously it's the same what you just said, but the flip side of it, all these American lads are dying for Action Force. So he just came over with a bunch of them and he did really well with it.
I was telling Lewis of Toy Overdose. He's going over to Kane County the end of this month. And I said to him, you got any trade bait? And he said, oh, I'm taking a few things. I said, just take Palatoy stuff. Whether it's Star Wars or Action Force, I said,
are you all right, Dave? Are you all right, Dave, listening to this?
No.
Palatoy stuff leaving the country. Are you all right?
Yeah,
Don't export it.
But and it is weird. Like I said, I tend to want now a lot of stuff I just can't seem to find in the UK, or it's just getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah.
And
I like that story when you lot went last time and Scooby Pete was up till 4 o'clock in the morning buying that Palatoy. What is it off you? And he said he was falling asleep and he was.
Well, that was weird. I walked in and I kind of said, "Oh, does anybody want anything from America? Like from the guys in America?" Didn't expect to find anything that they wanted, really. You know, in the grand scheme of things, you say it because just in case. And Scooby went, "Well, I want this," and I was like, I'm never going to find that. Walked in, it's the first thing I saw. And I was just like, you are kidding me. So I quickly took a picture and I sent it to him. And I was just like, do you want it? This is the price. Like, you know, say now for every piece. But he was just like, yeah, grab it.
Oh,
so
brilliant. Jason, what did you buy?
Well, I got a fair bit. Well, actually, not a fair bit. I just bought a couple of bits, really.
Your coasters are good. Thanks for your coaster, by the way. I appreciate that. That's
right.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I got a Rogue One coaster. It's on my desk and work. I love it, Jason. Thank you for that.
Cool. Well, I thought I'd give you a, and you know, and I had to give Stu a really special one, and I'd never made because it really suited him, and he really liked it.
Unbelievable.
I just got to say, Jason, thank you to there's two thank yous I've got to give. One is to Jason, sorry to interrupt, is for giving Jackson that NECA gizmo, because all day today he's been walking around the house drawing the bloody curtains because he can't be in sunlight. and I believe it was Mr. Berry who put the poppers in the party bags, because Jackson set one off as Carla walked in a room and she jumped out of her skin, and it was the most hilarious thing ever, and I could have high-fived the kid. So thank you for those are honourable mentions.
G4 says, I like to shop in peace, says Adam. And all I heard in VTR's video was Adam's voice.
Believe me, I've got I don't know when Dave's filming, and I'm just chatting away and he's filming galore, and I'm just like, oh.
I watched Dave's video earlier, and I did see a carded black major, and I said if I did see one on card, I'd pick it up. But I didn't see it, so maybe it was gone by the time I got around. I was raging when I saw it in your video. Thanks for ruining my day, Dave.
That's
Thanks
all
for
right.
that.
I'm here. I'm here for that.
Okay, Jason. So what did you pick up?
Well, I picked up a couple of bits. Because I went with a list in my head with the small budget I took this time. I thought, well, I'm going to look for a bit of Star Trek to carry on with the bridge cruise from the Playmates line. and I did actually find some, but then I had been in Birmingham since Thursday, so I was buying a couple of bits from a certain shop that do repeat and side nose, but I got feed from the NEC.
They do a stew figure.
Yep. You knew Stu did a bit of.
I've been about, lads. I've been about. I've got to say.
We know.
So are these
Where's the rest of her skirt?
And that's
Yeah,
Stuart
playmate.
Weekend.
Yeah.
That's
when
Jenny's band, isn't it? You know, when
short
Jenny's
pants
band.
were short.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And I picked this one up in Acme Toys. I spotted it by actually on the floor with a bunch of other Star Trek figures. And it's like I said, I'm just collecting the bridge crews because there's so many. You know about the Playmates, like for Star Trek.
Right.
There's loads of them, and I'm not. I did have them back in the 90s,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting them all. I'm just going to get the bridge crew, and I picked up this little guy that caused a lot of mischief to a certain guy. And if I remember rightly, he's the reason why he's in this uniform. If I remember rightly, one of the episodes.
Right.
Q, what are you doing here?
Yeah. So yeah. Then as you know, Stu bought me some of the prizes I won. But I've only got one with me. The rest is over in the corner. But obviously they're from BTR. Cool. I'm butchering my names tonight. And they're a very interesting guy.
Yeah.
I mean, all right,
Check him out.
You know.
Love a bit of Rambo.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, yes, Cat. What are you after? And it's what because I've also started collecting the 30th anniversary to put on my border.
Right.
I found this guy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
And he was only a tenner. I mean, it was the cheapest one I saw there. I mean, I did see some for 25s, 30s, and some. And being I'm only collecting certain ones or ones just to do on the border.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, that'd do. And it's quite a nice one.
Yeah, he's really cool. Brilliant.
Can I just say as well to Jason, thank you so much for your goodie bag. The stuff you put in that for me, I've been after that Akira Lego set for so long, and so to get hold of that at last and have it, like I said, for me as a gift from a friend, that's brilliant now. And I love that Akira t-shirt. So thanks very much for your bag, pal.
That's right, mate.
I saw
that. I mean, as you know, that t-shirt came all the way from Thailand.
I had to smell on it.
Wash it.
Oh, it's brand new. You know?
I saw
Yeah,
this. I
thank
saw
you.
that.
Really nice.
I saw that sealed Robo on VTR's video. Was it expensive?
Mhm.
But it was, wasn't it? How much was that?
Yeah, it was expensive. I don't know what he sold it for because he did actually sell it. I think the Vintage Toy Monster, Ian picked it up. When I asked, he said it was $2,000. But I don't think it went for that. I think it's probably less. But yeah, it wasn't cheap. But you don't see
That's
a
only
seal.
half a Megatron.
Yeah, you don't see a
Megatron's
seal
leg.
every day, and it was the box loaded.
What was the thing that blew you all away? What was yours, Vito? What did you see there? You thought, wow, I've not seen that, or something that took you back a bit?
Quite a few things, but I'm trying to think out what they are. I bought a few of them.
Oh, really?
Oh crikey! I'm trying to think. Well, actually, you know what surprised me? Do you remember Dempsey and Makepeace?
Oh, I saw it in your video. That was amazing.
Escort was great.
Yeah,
Escort.
seeing that Dempsey and Makepeace line, I've been looking for that for years, and it's really expensive to buy because I guess back in the day they didn't sell that many of them. but that Escort is one vehicle that I've been looking for, and to find it there in the box, and it was
And
a
the
great
box was
box
really
as well.
good condition,
Yeah,
wasn't it? As well?
Yeah, it was amazing condition, and it was. I think he was asking 395 for that one, but it's probably worth that too, because you just don't see them like that. Yeah.
First time I saw one.
Hello, Adam.
Hi.
What did you buy, brother?
I'll do the obligatory thank yous first of all, because there's a few. So, Si, your pictures, I haven't got them to hand because I'm actually flattening them out because I'm going to put them in a frame. So, thank you. Jason, thanks. I've got a coaster as well. It's a Star Wars one. So, thanks for that. Terry, TJC, thank you for the sticker. Scott got me an interesting thing. So, Mr. Whitehouse got me a library bag. As you can see, it says Borrow, Surf, Explore, Meet, Learn, Enjoy. I think I need to make a bit of a change to where it says Borrow. So I'm just going to put a sticker on it. That's better. Keep. Borrow. Keep. Keep, Surf, Explore, Meet, Learn, Enjoy. But that was really cool.
It's nice if you got your bag in the same colour as the Thistle Do logos. That's nice.
Yeah. That was cool of him. And to be fair, I was driving up and I totally forgot my backpack. So I was like, God damn it, I need a bag. But I didn't use it in the end because I had the biggest pockets ever on the trousers I was wearing. So I just stuffed everything in the pockets. And to be honest, I didn't buy an awful lot. So I'm still on my Battle Beast thing at the moment, so I grabbed a few Battle Beasts.
So what are you paying for them over there? Because like I said, over here there's a store that has them, and they're $30 each. Them,
yeah. So $30 is about 24 quid, isn't it, in English?
Yeah,
money,
roughly. Yeah.
So we pay, depending on, you can pay anything from £15 to £25, depending on what figures they are. So these are all first series. So these are a little bit cheaper. These range from 15 to 20 quid. And I think I got all four for like Gary Pendergrass, who's the Toy Crusader. He's fast becoming my Battle Beast dealer. So he does me a good deal. So I didn't pay the full price, which was nice of him.
Are those weapons molded on, Adam? Are they separate accessories?
You can take them out.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I see the reason I buy off Gary majority of the time is all his will have the rubs on. Now, not all the time the rubs work, but they will have the rubs on, which I can deal with the rubs not working, but I prefer them when they've got the rubs on. That's just my little kind of thing. So yeah, I'm nearly done on the first series. I probably won't, and I say this with genuine sincerity, I'm probably not going to get any more after the first series because they exponentially go up in price. As VTR will tell you, he's got a couple of second and third series ones that he's picked up because they're really cool. And they certainly jump in price as you start to get the later series ones. So that's what I got. And then I got, obviously, I'm getting quite to a stage now with Mask, as me and Luke talk quite a lot, where I virtually finished Mask in the respect, I think I need 3 or 4 vehicles and then I've completed it. And I do need a Boulder Hill, but I'm waiting to display that. But so what I'm doing is getting the odd little things like these adventure packs.
Read that, Adam. Adam, read the comment.
Yeah, no. I know it was funny. But I'm started getting the adventure packs. Now, these were little kind of, they just, I guess, started to build like people who had like weird little, what they called, little kind of knickknacks on them, stuff like that to make more money, I guess. They're just not the standard figures and they get like jetpacks and all this rubbish. But I've only got one more to get of them now. So that kind of completes that. And yeah, so that was it. I think I spent less than £100. Like it was a relatively cheap day for me. Yeah, it was great. And like I said, it was just good to meet everybody as usual. Like, I'm definitely trying to complete the set of meeting everybody. So Keith was probably the only person out of us English contingent that I hadn't met. So I feel like I've met pretty much everybody else that goes to the fairs regularly. And another thing, obviously, a lot of the dealers where I've been doing my fair, I'm starting to get to know a lot of dealers. So there's a lot of the dealers in the Premier Inn that night as well. So there's like Dan Plastic was there, Aaron from Empire's Toys was there, Andy Toys and Models. They all do Sandown, they all do NEC, and they do some other fairs. So I was chatting to them and stuff like that. So it's just great to chat to people in general and just kind of have a good, catch up.
Yeah, that's what I said before. I said, you lot are all kind of getting to know the vendors a lot better now, aren't you? And do you know what I mean? Especially when you show them in your videos or whatever. Are most of them appreciative of that? When you show the stores in the video, are they happy to do that?
I think so, yeah. Like I don't do much filming. Obviously, I've only got an Instagram. The only reason I probably know the vendors a lot better now and compared to some other people is because I've literally had to speak to them to try and get them to my fair. So it's kind of like I've got that kind of, and then they talk to me, and at Sandown, someone will go, "Oh, is the fair coming along all right?" and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I'm starting to get to know them quite well, and that's quite nice because you can tell them what you like, and I'm sure VTR gets this a lot. Like once you tell them what you like, they try and then kind of sell it to you, or they try and get it. And I know I was chatting to Gary at one point. It might have been Gary or someone else, and he went, "Oh, it's VTR here. I've got something he might be interested in." And I thought, yeah, and that's the funniest thing about it all. And I noticed because I'm starting to work out what other people want. So with VTR's Commando, I was with him when he got the other two sizes. So when I saw the big one, I put it in the group, and obviously VTR didn't look at the group. And I was like, and when I saw Dave round the fair, I was like, "Dave, there's a massive Commando over there. You've got to go and get it. It's on a Johnny Retro's stall." I was like, "It's on Johnny's stall. Go and get it quick." And so it's just one of them things. And I've got to stop speaking in Dave's videos, which I just don't know he's filming.
No, not at all.
No, don't keep talking.
It was funny because the part I heard is he went, "How much is that over the top figure there, mate?" And he went 350, and you just went, "Oh."
Yeah. We knew it'd be expensive, and we were like, "Yeah, cool." But we did beat him down to about 300. He was willing to sell it to one of us, weren't he? He was desperate.
Could have gone further, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah, he was desperate to get rid of it, and he was like, "Oh, we were like, Dave obviously filmed it through his video, and but he's actually put on something on a Facebook group last night, and I recognised the stuff he was selling on his thing, so I'm commented and said, "Oh, I said me and Dave were looking at that for a while and stuff like that." He goes, "Yeah, it's lovely. You don't see it much, and you don't see a boxed over the top slice alone tool really." So
I remember Andy's Toys. He had a huge one, a really big one, boxed over the top one. I'd never seen that before. Was that the same one as that one, or was
he had? And Andy had a loose one, and I was going to buy it from him, and I didn't. I wish I had now, but
yeah, it's really nice. Stu,
hello.
What did you buy, pal? Did you have a good time?
Firstly, I had a lovely time. Yeah, it was awesome. I've said for a long time the best part of these toy fairs is actually getting to meet up with people. And if I don't come back with anything, it's not a big issue because I've had a good time regardless. So, it's a testament to everybody there. So fantastic stuff. I'm going to do an Adam Berry and say thank you to Cy for the artwork. Absolutely stunning, mate. Love that. Thank you. Thank you to Adam Berry himself as well for the goodie bags that he kindly brought up with him. Thank you to Jason for my little pony coaster with a Care Bear on it as well. Nice rainbow in the background. So, yeah, absolutely stunning. Who else I want to say thank you to? TJC for his sticker, so thank you very much. George Aitken because he had his bag of goodies as well, and he was just dishing.
I saw Carol was there too, wasn't he? Dragon Reborn.
Yeah, Carol was there as well, so it was good to see him.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what I bought then is I got this classified. I've been looking for this guy for ages. Buzzer, so he's pretty cool. Don't mind him, fairly decent, so liking him a lot. And then I've got this figure as well, and I was with Scott Whitehouse when I bought this, and I didn't realise this figure is apparently quite a hard one to come by. So I
saw it in your video. It's
Anna
female,
Spyjack, I think the name. I think it's a her because if you look closely, her Norks are right down by her knees. Look at the state of that. Shocking. Yes, that's saying
you said in your video that she's from the sail barge. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and rewatch. I just don't remember seeing that character.
Yeah. It's got sail barge written on there, so that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Then I got this.
Nice to see something new.
Oh, definitely. So I got one. I got two of these, really. I don't like the figure so much. I just want the little helmet because the other one's a bit too big. So I've got that one. So that's pretty cool. Then I wasn't expecting to get this, but I got this. This is Adam Berry's fault because we were talking about this the night before. Mask. And he was saying you can get,
brilliant.
The mask stuff, vintage stuff, for pretty much the same price that they're going to be selling the new stuff.
One of us.
No, she's noise, Luke. But it is missing the windscreen. And I spoke to Luke at NEC, and he straight away put a message out on a group. And the next day, I got a message saying that he sourced one. So I got in contact with this guy, and it's arriving tomorrow. So really appreciate that. Luke.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. So, yeah,
great.
really happy with that.
It's not what you know, Stu.
It's absolutely. So then it comes.
You should have asked Derby Collector while he was there. He probably had one in his pocket or something.
He'd have had one in half an hour.
More than likely, yeah. So it come with Brad Turner, but the guy that I bought it off kindly swapped him because the paint apps were better on this one, which was being sold singly, than the one that was coming with the Condor. So nice one. So like that. Thank you very much.
Luke, you know what? Stu started now. That's 2 vehicles if you include Georgie's Hurricane.
Oh, he's gone down the hole.
We're in. He's in.
So I've got a Matt Murdock, just simply because it's Matt Murdock. I'm going to open this one up. It's just a guy in a suit, but it's Matt Murdock, and yeah, love that series, by the way. Daredevil Born Again, and then I got this as well. So I wasn't going to get this.
Yeah.
But Georgie said, "Oh, that's a decent price, isn't it?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." And then I went and had a look, and I thought, "Oh, why not?" So,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice that.
But, so that was it. But all in all, a very good time. Yeah, it was all right. I do like those kind of things. So, and I think next there's another one in September, but I think there's other events going on there as well. So trying to get a hotel room at the moment is an absolute nightmare because the hotel that we all stay in is showing on the website that it's fully booked out. Even though
what's this about then? Is there like a special function on the same weekend or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's 2 big events going on and the Toy Fair as well. But I mean, there are other hotels around, but I don't know how much people are willing to pay. So at this moment in time, myself and Georgie, we're not going to be staying at the moment because we can't get a room.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Stu. And when I looked on the app, because Adam said try the app, they're available on there. So I did, and it was double the price. I thought, I'm not staying at the Hilton. This is the Premier you're in. I'm lucky if I've got a clean kettle. So there's no way I was paying like anywhere near 300 odd quid for 2 days.
It was 200 odd quid. It was showing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's in September because they kept on mentioning October.
Well, the date on the line said the 28th. He said the 28th of September.
He says the 28th and the 27th he's booked out. I got in at one point and he offered me a room. And I weren't in the process of booking. I was just seeing if it was working. And I couldn't. I tried it after, refreshed and all that. And it just, gone again.
Well, I've got an idea. Get your sleeping bags and stay at the Thistle Do. It's only around the corner,
isn't
it?
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad
idea. Nick, what did you buy, pal?
I didn't buy anything. Mrs. APD did, so I'm a little bit boring in this section, but I will say thank you to Sai for... I've got the technology, let's do this. Check this artwork out he gave me. If I move my melon... check that out.
Oh, yeah. I've got that one. It's wicked, ain't it?
That's awesome. There was other pictures. Carla's got a picture she's getting framed, and there was a picture in there for Jax. Of course, thank you for the goodie bags, Adam and Sai. They were excellent. Jax has stolen everything out of them, so I didn't really get a look in.
What's that on the wall over your other shoulder, Nick?
I'm getting to that. Look at that.
What is it?
Well, I've got Real Toy Dude. I've got, because it's Star Wars, I've got my Thistle Do membership card. I've got, but there's also Universal Toy Collector there. There's Toy Polloi. There's Monkey Boys toys. I'm getting around, mate. I'm getting the merch.
I've got those. It was the Desi tee because it's Star Wars sticker, mate. I was admiring that as well.
Well, you see, I think Carla's got one as well. So
yeah, I'm sure she has, mate. Yeah.
Do you have a Troubles with Jason sticker?
Everybody's
I did have a I did, but it was with the gizmo that Jason gave me, and Jax has claimed it, and it's on his bedroom door. So I'm not arguing with him. He's vicious. He's only 10, but he's got a hell of a kick on him.
So Emma went with you, Carla went with you, and they had a good time, right?
They had a great time, and Jojo and Carla bought a big bag of Doctor Who swag. Basically, a dealer had a load of old calendars and annuals and Doctor Who stickers, and he was like, it's £1 an item, and he saw him come and he went, just take the lot for a tenner, just take it. So they took it. But there was, to be fair, there was some really cool stuff in there. There was an old calendar, but it was from the like Doctor Who movies. And if you take out the pictures, like Joe's going to frame some of them up. I must admit, I was a little bit jealous of that. What else was it? Oh, and Carla got her. She's big on. She's not a toy collector, my missus, should tell you, but she's now come into toy shows and she's collecting Harry Potter Lego and other Lego and Lego is toys. So I don't know if you guys agree with me, but
ipso facto, yeah.
She's a toy collector. But no, I got some awesome swag. Hell of a hangover. Bit of ankle pain as well. Did anyone else find those grates on the floor at the end? I went in with like flip flops on, and
flip flops. Where were you? Hawaii.
That's where you went wrong.
Flip flops. Birmingham.
Yeah, I know.
Ignore him, Shabby. They weren't flip flops. They were Crocs, mate.
Well, they were very, very similar, but I went dressed for comfort and ended up freezing. There was one other thing I got from MSC. Let's just say that MSC's got a twisted sense of humour, and she gave me this alien-looking thing, which would be considered a toy with a suction cup. Now, the problem with it was, I naturally stuck it on the mirror of the hotel room. We went out on the Sunday, and I don't know how they do it, but you can get your towels refreshed. So some poor maid came into our room and just saw this thing on our mirror. I can't explain much more, but those who know. So sorry about that. So my missus was just like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "You married me, and you've been with me 20 years, so."
So I think the words you're looking for, lads, is anyway.
Yeah, but it's amazing how many.
Oh, him again.
It's amazing how many people told me that I was punching this weekend above my weight. That was good.
Oh, cool. I thought we said nice thing to hear.
Yeah, love that. But just I came away with nothing other than, like they say, the memories, good time. Everyone was awesome.
Everyone said that. That's brilliant. Especially, you know, as an outsider looking in and here, everyone's had a great time. I've not heard anything like, "Oh, it was." That's awesome, man. That's really good.
And to take a bit of pressure off of Adam, yes, you can hear him through VTR's video today, but you can also hear me at one point waffling on in VTR's video, so it wasn't just you, Ad.
Yeah, there you go. I've got some breaking news. Unfortunately, the Thistle Do is fully booked, so you won't be going.
Yeah, that was me. I booked it all out.
So you won't be going there. Look, Thistle Do has bookings all the way up to 2027. Sorry, fellas, that won't be.
Do you know what, Shabby? I really wanted to. I was going to go up to the Thistle Do on the way to NEC on Saturday.
Oh, you
but I got stuck in traffic, and I really wanted to, so I could be the first official patron out of all of us lot. And it didn't happen. I was absolutely gutted. So
I visited the shed. I'm the first.
Just to TJC's comment there. If I've got a TJC sticker, Carla may have it because she looks after stuff for me because I lose it. Like, I lost my cigar cutter and Conor found it and then lost it again. So
Carla looks after my stickers. Brilliant.
Yeah. She's a nerd now, Nick. There's nothing wrong with that. Converted.
Mate, she's into it. And the thing is, and credit to everyone in the community, because Carla was so nervous going to this thing. And you all were immediately like, "How'd you part with him, Carla? Brilliant. Great to meet you." So, you know, she immediately felt welcome. So you guys are all, brilliant.
Yeah.
He doesn't count. So, our David.
Hello.
This will be good. I'm going to sit back for this. This will be
Yeah. Get your feet up now.
Everyone's like, yeah.
Make yourself a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I went with DCB. We both had a great time. We've been going to the toy fairs together because she's been coming with me to toy fairs for at least a decade. 10 years or more
awesome.
actually. And so because in those early days it would just be me and Camilla. We'd go in, look around, buy stuff, go back home. So it's really cool now to have this huge extra dimension to the whole thing of meeting up with everybody, especially when you stay over the night before. So we both had a great time. And we got some gifts as well. So just from Luke, I've got this cool
Yeah,
James
that's
Bond
awesome.
game.
That's really cool.
Yeah, which is really I haven't looked inside yet, but yeah, that's nice. And
I like the picture on the full wax. James Bond's had a few, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
He does,
Cool.
yeah.
Put that gun down, James.
Yep, exactly. And then Camilla received this ET notebook because she loves ET.
Nice.
And then obviously we got Si's prints of his fantastic art, which we will get flattened out and put in a frame, of course. And then loads of swag from Adam and Jason, and I'm going to forget from everybody. So yeah, thank you very much. For
Who
all
did
that
you
stuff.
meet for the first time, David?
Chris, Mod Extra. Yeah, I met Chris for the first time. Who else? I think I've met most of you. I'm not sure. Yeah, Chris, Kat, and I think that's pretty much. No, I met Keith before, and no, I think that basically those two. I think are the first time.
Right. Okay.
meetups.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So yeah, great fun. So what we pick up? So start with Camilla. So she's into her Peace Academy. So she picked up.
Yeah, that looks brand new. I saw that on your video, and I was like,
this is from Toy Crusader, Gary. Yeah, it's really nice condition actually, and
Yeah.
great price as well. So yep, great pickup for Camilla.
Dave, didn't you have that one then? Because I know you've got a lot of them from back in the day, or was it a slightly different one? Sorry, I just wondered.
There is a Mahoney on card, but this is a variation with Samson dog. So
Right, okay.
Because Camilla and I were going, do you have this one? And she couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. Thankfully, we have a spreadsheet. So looked it up and spreadsheet on the phone. It's here's your tips for the NEC. Right, have a spreadsheet on your phone so you don't buy something you've already got. When you see it, buy it. None of this. Oh, I've seen something, and then I'm going to walk around and go back. No, don't do that.
You listen to this, Georgie. When you see it, buy it, Georgie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't. This is an important one. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Don't tell your wife you're going to buy something. You buy it, right?
Yeah.
Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Ask for forgiveness, exactly. And then if you run out of cash, always ask them if they take PayPal, because most of the time they do. So yeah, there you go. There's my
I tell you what,
tips.
DCB's getting a lot of love in the chat. A lot of it. That's awesome.
It was fantastic seeing DCB again, because it was a year.
It kills me. It kills me. I've never met DCB. It kills me.
Oh, she's lovely, Shabby. Absolutely fantastic.
I think all the women in the community I guess they'd be our wives and girlfriends. I think they're all awesome, to be fair. And I have to say because Carla's probably listening. So
I'm probably one of the few people who can say I've met Camilla at 7 a.m. in the morning as well, which not many people have.
Oh yeah, and I believe she was making you a coffee as well. I don't know what's going on there.
We've got a full English breakfast, didn't we? That was lovely.
And then so that was from Tony, and then next door is sorry, that wasn't from Tony. That was from Gary, Toy Crusader. And next door is Mad Mac Toys, who's Tony, and he's only just started selling. He started selling at Sandown, so I picked up from him. Look, I've been going to these shows for a long time, and I don't have a list anymore, because one, if you have a list of things, you very rarely find them. You just got to go with the flow and see what's there. And I try and find stuff I've just never seen before, and these I hadn't seen before, apart from on Scott Crusher's channel. So these are skateboards. Skateboards, yeah, from the 1986. These were released, and these basically are all skateboarder dudes getting into serious trouble.
Yeah,
and actually, these actually caused a stir back in the day, and I think they even got banned in like Australia and stuff. So I got a carded one, and then I got a couple of loose ones as well. So there's
I've never seen them before. Never seen them.
You remember them, Dave? You remember them from back in the day?
I don't think they were released in the UK.
Is that blood on the wheel, Dave?
I have no
recollection.
recollection.
I mean, these things are pretty gruesome. They did get banned in certain countries. There's a skateboarder who's got slammed into a door.
Yeah.
There's like 12 of these, so I've got 4. I might have to go for the full set at some point. some point. And then there's this one.
Yeah, that one.
It's basically got the exhaust pipe.
Why did
straight
that
to
get
the head.
banned?
Yeah, why did they get banned? I wonder. Yeah. So I picked up those. I think I'm gonna I'm blaming Scott Crusher for that. And I think I'm gonna have to go for the full run of those.
Yeah, good.
Oh, quite often people when they meet me, they say, "Can you fix something for me?" And I always say, "Yeah." Dario, he's got this Blue Pants Action Man, which actually is in amazing condition, but he's a talking commander one. But his voice is not working, so I'm going to fix that for Dario. So next time I see him,
Mr. VTR, if there's any bits missing of his mechanism or they're broke, I've got loads of spare bits of talker bits if you need any. So let me know.
Awesome. Cool. All right, nice. And then, as Adam said earlier, like at Sandown, I picked up. I'm on a bit of a commando run, so at Sandown I picked up the 3 3/4 commando figures, including Matrix. Then also the 6-inch Matrix, and now the 16-inch Matrix.
Wow,
that's huge.
You watch, it'll get to a point you watch one of these videos and here he is, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hello.
I've got to get. It would be brilliant to get Arnie on the video.
Yeah,
he's on Instagram.
Does he have a cameo? Can you pay
Yeah,
him those cameos?
VTR, is that PGM size? Is that the same size as PGM?
No, I think PGM has to look up to this one.
Well, it does. It says there it's a biggie.
He's in the chat. Bless him. Right, mate.
He's got better one-liners as well.
Now, I actually missed. There was a boxed version of this, which I didn't see at the show, and the guy who was selling it had actually emailed me before the show, and he said, "If you want the box one, I can give it to you for a great price." I missed the email. I'm gutted.
Do you get a lot of that now, though, David? Do you get a lot of people emailing you say, "Oh, I've got this if you're interested," and that if you're interested?
A few do, yeah, a few, because like you said earlier, I do know a lot of the dealers because I've been going to these shows for a long time, and yeah, they get to know what you like, right? Especially when now doing the videos, they see everything you pick up. So yeah, people do say, "Hey, I've got this if you want it." Now another line I've been into is June, and there was actually a lot of June stuff. There was like carded figures. There was the Spice Scout vehicle, which is the only vehicle in scale for the figures, the 6-inch figures. So it's a big vehicle, this Spice Scout. The guy had a loose one and one in box, and I almost picked up the loose one until the guy said, "Actually, over there." I don't know why he said it. He said, "Over there, he's got the guns in the box." So I went over to the other guy. Yep, and he did. He had the gun that I needed, which was the Sudoku weapon.
Never seen that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that's
is that LJN as well?
Yes, LJN. Yeah. So if you look on the back, you can see there's 2 weapons that they did.
Yeah.
So I picked one up at Sandown, and now I've got the other one for at the NEC, and that's the big Spice Scout that they had. The guy had loose. So yeah, that's good to be found. And then my favorite pickup of the day, I saw it at the top on boxed collectibles, and I thought it was the re-release by Funko, but I looked closer and it was the original, and it is.
Yes, I've never seen I bought the Funko one.
Yeah, the Funko one. Yeah,
and it's exactly the same. And so when you pulled that out, I thought, wow, they kept it. You know, it was nice to see an original one because I'd never seen an original one. So that's awesome.
Yeah, so when I saw that, it's like I know it's 90s, and I normally go for 70s and 80s, but it's like no, this is iconic. Yeah, I've got to pick that up. Absolutely, it's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it is. It is cool. Really cool.
I've definitely noticed your collecting habits, Dave. You are definitely creeping into the 90s with a few things I've noticed. I think you've collected everything from the 80s. Your Battle Beasts, your Turbo Man.
80s. They're 80s.
Yeah, some of the Battle Beasts creep over into the 90s, though. Some of the later ones.
Let me ask you all a question. Have you not? Dave just reminded me when he was buying that June stuff. When you buy like 1 or 2 things when you go to NEC, and you'll see one thing and you think, "Oh, I might start collecting them." The next time you go back, do you see a lot more of them that you didn't notice before?
Yeah.
I feel we have with the, like with the Commando stuff, the Arnie stuff. Like I'd not really seen hardly anything, and then when I was at last Sandown with Dave, we saw about 3 or 4 on different stalls, and then like I said at NEC, I saw the big 16-inch, and then I saw a couple more. There was one in a box. There was one on a card. Sorry, weren't there as well? The smaller one.
Yeah, small one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember whose stall that was on. So you're right. They're
It's
like
hunting
buses,
nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a question I asked the previous panel. I'll ask you a lot. Was there something there that you wish you would have bought that you didn't buy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Dave. What was it?
Yeah.
What was your main one, DTM?
I didn't spend enough time looking for Batman, and until Si showed me what he'd bought at Props and Reps, I thought, well, it's too late now. I've blown me one. But I'd seen that. A couple of more Aliens and Predator Kenner toys. I regret not picking them up, but there'll be another show. There'll be another handful of shows, and they'll still be there. So
yeah.
Anybody
else?
I think for me, it's always stuff I want to get, but I'm getting so. I've said this to Luke privately. I'm getting so focused on what I want to buy now that I don't get kind of knocked off storm. It's knocked off kind of path. I kind of definitely know what I want. And there was a couple of things I was standing next to Dave at one point. And I was like, I quite like that. And it was like 45 quid. And I was like, yeah, I could get it. But I was like, where do I put it? It's not something that's easy for me to display, and stuff like that. So I thought, no, just won't get it. And I'm sure I can get it again one day, but it just weren't ready for that day. So
I say it because last year at Joe Fest, I saw, I loved the 3 3/4-inch A-Team stuff. I loved it. The A-Team truck and remember the figures came in green and yellow and all that. And a guy had them loose last year, and the A-Team van was nothing broken on it. The lid was still on the top of it. The chairs were still inside it and so forth. And the 4 figures, I think there was a few accessories, but no. And he only wanted $60 for the lot. That was it. So I thought, love that. And I said to GeForce, look at that. That's brilliant. And then for some reason, you just see it. And I thought, that's awesome and all that. And then I just walked away and that was on the Sunday, the day before we left. And I thought, I wish I would have bought that. I really do. So.
I made a bit of a faux pas because I saw the Tom Baker with the robot from Doctor Who, and it was right at the end. I couldn't get the dealer's attention, and I'll be honest, I was busting for the loose so bad that I was just like, it was up for 35 quid. I reckon I probably could have knocked a couple of quid off, but sometimes in the UK, because they sell them in B&M, people go in, the staff, before they go out and sell, and absolutely strip them, and they get expensive on eBay. And I wish I'd have just had the patience or gone back through, but sometimes when you've just had enough and it's exactly like, I'll get it next time. But yeah, I should have got that.
I might have a spare.
Hey,
I might have another one.
If you're selling, mate, I'm buying.
No. I'm sure I've got 2 of them. I've got a set and then I've got them individually.
But I've said this before.
Oh, you're not selling. Damn it.
I do like the fact you make these videos and you show these pictures and so forth, because for someone like me who's obviously brought up in England, your toy fairs are so different. It's amazing how different they are with everything that they're selling. I find over there, I've said it before, so I won't go on about it, but there's a lot more Palatoy and things like Dinky and Cut and all these little stuff that you don't see over here. Do you see what I mean? Ladybird, that kind of Bluebird and all that. So I really appreciate it. And I just want to say to all of you, thank you all for coming on and making me and everyone else who didn't go feel part of it. I appreciate that. I do. I love hearing your stories, and I like seeing all your pictures. And so what's all your final thoughts on it then? You all had a good time? I'll start with VTR.
Great time, great people, great toy show. The whole weekend, fantastic.
I mean, I ain't got picked up at the NEC by a couple of people that offered me a lift to the hotel. I mean, what can one say? Hey, lift by strangers.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah. But you all
sure
had
they went to steal your stuff?
I think they probably were doing their charity act. They probably thought you were homeless, mate.
They did, mate. I said I want to walk, and they went, no. We're not walking. Let's get,
Well, that's awesome. I'd like for everyone who's watching. We've had over 50 all night, so thank you all so much. That's been brilliant. Everyone's videos, the links to the YouTube channels is in the description, so you can find any of the boys. They're all down there. But anyone want to promote anything? You've got Stu's quiz tomorrow. I mean on Sunday,
yeah, semi-final. But I just want to say sorry to Georgie, because Georgie was there as well, and she had a great time, and she enjoys meeting up with people. And I forgot to mention that she got some Peanuts All-Stars figures.
They were
basically it's like the characters from Peanuts, and they're all dressed up in baseball gear and stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So I do apologise, Georgie. I'm gonna should have words when we finish.
You're gonna suffer for that one, mate.
I will.
She should have come on with you. She should have come on and shown the stuff.
Well, I did ask her.
So what's
sorry?
Go on. You sell it, mate. You sell it.
Yes, 27th of April. So Southend-on-Sea Toy Fair, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is £2 early bird, and then 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. So yeah, come down if you can, if you're in the area and you can make it. I was being a bit of a pest, and I managed to sneak onto Dave's video. I snuck onto Toy Overdoses video and just promoting it everywhere. I was like, people, let me sell my Toy Fair. But yeah,
well, it's nice of Dave to do that for you. I think we're all going to do it. Are any of you are you going, David, to Adam's Toy Fair?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Right.
I went to this last one.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. Are you going, Jace? Did you say you're going?
If I can, I know I can get a train down there, I believe, but means I'll probably have to leave about 6 a.m. in the morning if I can.
Right, and if you all don't mind, the gallery I made, can I stick? A lot of lads are asking if I replay it, but we've gone way over, and I don't want to keep you lads because I know it's 10:15. Would you mind if I put it on Instagram? The gallery. Right. Well, I'll do that then. Right. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you to Conor and excuse me, and our Luke and our Cypher co-hosting all night as well. I've loved it. It's been brilliant. Thanks for listening to your stories, and thanks for helping us out. All right, we'll see you next time. See you later.
Thanks for having me.
See you.
Bye.